Grand Risings, Grand Risings. Grand Risings, everybody. Grand Risings. Crack these blinds. Oh, don't run from the topic. Don't run from the topic. Don't run from the topic. Somebody asked me to do this, so I'm doing it. Somebody wrote me on Facebook and Instagram and was like, "Do you ever talk about these type of discussions?" Rarely. But let's talk about it. Fuck it. Don't run. Don't run. You know, when this word mentioned, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't run. Grand Rises, everybody. Let me up, please. I got you in a minute. Let's let some people get in here, get it started, and everything. Let's say it in Uriel. Oriel, I don't want to mispronounce your name. How you doing, Grand Risings? Is this true? And I really want some women to chime in on this topic, and I also want some fellas to chime in on their experiences with dating, and we're gonna have it nice and calm and cool. We're not gonna bite nobody's heads off. We're gonna teach about experiences. We're gonna hear experiences because you cannot debunk people's experience. Like, nigga, I went through that. I fell and bumped my head. You can't tell me I didn't bump my head when I did bump my head. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna say people's experiences is false, fake, or none of that. We're gonna keep it real. But me, as a 33-year-old male with a young daughter that I'm raising, I would like to know this. I really want to know. So, and men do hold men accountable because men have been held accountable since the day we hop out the womb. Everything is our fault. So don't come in here with your emotions. Come with logic and common sense, and yes, be adult about the conversation. And that comes from a man who was raised with men who held him accountable. Okay? Everything is our fault. So, Denzel Washington said, small minds discuss people. I don't give a fuck about no Denzel Washington. I don't care about these celebrities. These celebrities ain't God. These niggas don't be saying shit. These niggas be quoting other motherfucker things. Don't be coming in here talking about no celebrities. Don't nobody care about no damn celebrities and what they say with these stolen quotes. Care what Denzel said. What do you say? You got your own brain. Denzel said, Steve Harvey said. What do you say? You got your own brain. We got to get back to using that thing. All right. So now, let me get back in the comments. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Please just stay on topic and just talk about it. Lady said A, B, and C. Okay. Literally, the moment I got on TikTok, I was about to lay down. I'm dead. What's happening, 7? I have something to say, and I'm not putting blame on me. And I feel you. I'm gonna let you up here in a second. Hold on, let me get. and the violence and the crimes they commit. Denise, you acting like the prison systems ain't filled with women who committed violent crimes too. See, this is what I'm saying. That's how you know it's all emotion. This is what I mean by holding women accountable. I'm not talking about just in no relationship shit. I'm talking about all around. There's women gangbangers. There's women that be molesting kids. There's women that be doing violence. There's women that be doing all type of horrible shit, but you don't hear about it because women don't hold women accountable and bring that shit to the forefront. Why is that? Men know what we do. We know niggas be spinning the block. We know the nigga down the street guy, he be selling the herb and shit. We know what the fuck we be doing. And it's put on display. But why people don't know this about women? There's prison systems filled with sisters who done committed violence against men and against other women and kids too. But don't nobody talk about it though. Why don't nobody talk about the shit that women do? Are y'all scared? Do y'all share kindred spirits or y'all just don't care? Because how can we move forward as a community if we don't hold every single gender accountable? We hold the kids accountable, we hold the men accountable, but the only people that get offensive and defensive when it comes to accountability that I have witnessed in my 33 years is the women. I've seen it from my sisters, my mamas, my grandmamas, the women I've dated, and some of the homegirls I have. You can't tell me my experience is not real. And I also know a lot of studs who date women who say the same thing that men say. And they women. So, now, if we're going to talk about healing the nation, healing the community, moving forward, then just be real about it without the emotions. All right? Now, my panel is open. If anybody want to come up, say their piece. Or you could just type it in the comments and I can read it out. Why not discuss the fact that black men are struggling to read and write on a grade level? We're not. We're actually not. Yes, discuss the fact that you are a prime example of not holding women accountable because of your emotions. You're proving my point right now in my comments. You're proving my point in my comments, literally. Oh, I don't hate women. Why don't women hold other women accountable? Stay on topic. And I have this. How is this about hate? How does this say or scream hate? This don't say hate. This say love. Because if I love you, I'm going to hold you accountable for the bullshit that you do. I'm not going to let you destroy and self-destruct yourself out here in these streets. That's called love. Unconditionally. I know it's foreign to a lot of people. But how is that hate? And no, it's not only on TikTok and podcasts. People been having these discussions way back since my daddy was born. And he was born in 1955. I know I used to kick it with the cool spots and I used to kick it with my mamas in salons and shit. Motherfuckers been having these type of topics. What's saying there, Antoine? I think people in general are lacking accountability. You could say that. But we're talking about women today though. Why don't nobody like to talk about women? Why is that a sensitive topic to talk about? Why is it a sensitive topic to talk about? We could talk about men all day. We could talk about kids all day. We could talk about Native Americans all day. We could talk about Pan-Africans all day. We could talk about the government all day. We could talk about computers. We could talk about all this shit. But as soon as somebody posts one thing like this, oh, it's hate. Oh, only on TikTok and podcasts. Oh, let's talk about men, how they don't read on the adult level. A lot of women don't read on adult level too. I ran into hella illiterate ass women who can't comprehend, who can't listen, who can't understand. All of that is literacy. And I've met literacy in women, men, and kids. And this is an unbiased platform. I talk about men and the shit we need to do all day. And in case y'all don't believe me and those who want to disagree with me, y'all know I keep the lives replayed and saved up. And y'all know I upload it. We talk about men all fucking day. So just switch the speed one time without the emotions. Why don't women hold other women accountable? Why do y'all just roll with the fuck shit that other women do? I've seen it in this so-called conscious community. I've seen it in the sheep community. And I've seen it in just everyday fucking life. If women are the leaders, if women are the gods and goddesses like we say, and they all this great shit that we say, don't they need to be leading and holding women accountable? Hey, sister, you don't need to be doing that. Hey, sister, close your legs. Hey, sister, make him wait before you give him some nookie. Hey, sister, see if this nigga can read a book before you just give it up on the first night. Hey, sister, get married before you have kids. You know the shit your grandmama used to tell you? Netflix and chilling, then you pop a baby out. Now all of a sudden y'all beefing, baby daddy and baby mama drama. Y'all know how many kids was born off of one night stands? Because women let their emotions and feelings. The vibe felt real. He seemed cool. The energy. And what you think, a man just gonna be like, no, sister. Lady, you hold the power. It's between your legs. You can close that bitch and be like, nigga, you gotta read me a dictionary before I crack these legs open to you. You have that power. Why are you cracking legs open for niggas that be hustling in these streets that ain't got no dreams, no goals? These niggas ride around in charges and challenges all day, just spinning the block, knocking niggas off, selling drugs and not doing shit with their life and fucking up the community. Y'all reproduce with these niggas. And then get mad when the nigga leave you when you seen he was an irresponsible ass person. Some of these niggas didn't have 5, 6 kids that they don't talk about and you still lay down with them, still date them. What? And then get mad when this nigga, then get mad when you wake up and see that this nigga was irresponsible when he been showing you this shit. And now you mad at all men. These niggas ain't buying nothing. No, the niggas that you pick ain't about shit. I've seen women curve hella good niggas because they born or they don't understand them. Y'all done curved hella good niggas. Hella good niggas. Some of y'all done dated good niggas, but just because he wasn't the way that you felt a nigga should be, you left him. Selfish reason. Because you felt. What you feel and what you real is 2 different things. This is why men is the logic, women is the heart and the emotion. And if you get them both on the same accord and balance, you'll have an amazing relationship. You'll have the common sense and you'll have the intuition clicking on all cylinders in your relationship. But people compete with each other though. Why? Why must we compete with each other? If we're going to be holding people accountable for real, then just hold people accountable. I've seen women who kick it with homegirls and they watch their homegirls cheat on a good nigga at home. And they don't even say nothing. And they still be kicking it with them though. I don't do low vibrational and drama. Yeah, you do. You love it. You love low vibrational and drama. You know what I'm saying? What's that, the real fat bass? I hope you stop blaming just women. Ain't nobody blaming just women. Like I said, you new to my panel. I don't do no bias. I blame everybody. But I'm being on a specific topic, which is the problem. How am I just blaming women if I'm just holding women accountable? See, this is the problem. When people try to hold women accountable, y'all say blaming women, but it's okay for y'all to blame everybody. I'm 33. All I heard was women talk shit about men since the 90s. It's 2023. Some of the same shit that people saying now about men, I done heard that shit in the 90s. All I heard, all I'm hearing, 80% of all marriages are broken up because of women. All relationships are broken up because of women. It ain't men leaving the household, it's women leaving the household. That is statistically fact. So when you talk about breaking up the household, women be the one leaving, niggas be the one holding on. And you know men be the one fighting and holding on because niggas be in your bushes stalking you. Nigga be blowing up your phone. Nigga be like, baby, give me one more time. Nigga be sending your flowers on. That's called fighting for a relationship right there. Women just be like, man, fuck that. And all the women in the background, yeah, girl, do what you gotta do for you, boo. But in the same breath, talking about, we gotta save the black family. Y'all gotta pick a struggle, man. You gotta pick a struggle. Now, I'm not saying stay with no Ike Turner ass nigga. I'm not saying stay with no nigga that's whooping your ass. I ain't saying stay with a nigga that call you all about your names, bitches and hoes and all that type of shit. I ain't saying staying with that type of nigga. But I'm saying don't leave your man because you guys are struggling and y'all going through a rough patch in your relationship, because that's what relationships do. Families go through rough situations. Families struggle financially sometimes, and you overcome that shit financially sometimes. 80% of all divorces ends because of finances. Instead of ending the relationship because of finances, two smart motherfuckers put y'all brains together and figure out how y'all can get the fuck out of that hole as a family. It's simple shit. But people don't want to do the work because motherfuckers is in a popcorn world and they think everything's supposed to just fall in their lap. The perfect man is supposed to just fall in your lap. The perfect relationship is supposed to just fall in your lap. The perfect everything is just supposed to fall in your lap. Hell no. Everything in life is work. And if you don't know that, then oh the fuck well. You're going to be one of these people always giving the fuck up. And this is why your body count's so high. Because you so quick to break up and go find another nigga. Do you know 70% of all relationships end in the first year? So think about how many bodies motherfuckers got. Because you end that relationship, you heal up, and you go date again. When that shit don't work in that year and a half, you break up, you heal up, and you go date again. And it's the same cycle keep going on. So when people be talking about this body count shit, the same amount of numbers that women have, men, y'all numbers ain't that far off either, because it takes two to have sex, nigga. So niggas be like, I don't want no woman with a high body count. Well, nigga, you can't have a high body count either. It takes two to tangle. Yeah, there's more women on earth than it is men, so their number going to be slightly higher than ours, but you ain't that far behind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. But, hey, don't nobody want to hold nobody accountable these days. But But like I said, the panel is open. Feel free. Feel free. I forgot about D. Michael. Low self-esteem. Ooh, low self-esteem. Healthy families start with healthy individuals, or y'all can get healthy together. What's wrong with working out together and being healthy together? Nobody wakes up and become healthy. You work to be healthy. Everything is work. There's no such thing as perfect. You're not going to be 100% healthy. There's always going to be something wrong with you. This is the flaws. These are the flaws. Certain flaws you can't fix. You have to accept about yourself. Certain flaws you can fix. What's happening, mindless behavior? He just talking out loud. But you won't join my panel, though. Ah, shit, you ain't got enough to join my panel. Okay. Mindless behavior. Men destroy women's lives to walk away. No, a man destroyed your life and walked away. You can't put that on all men, especially when 75% of melanated men are active inside of their kids' lives. And we excel in raising our kids. So you can't say we're destroying women's lives with the kids. You know where most relationships fall at? Miscommunication. Majority of all y'all relationships and all y'all toxic men that y'all done ran into weren't really toxic. Y'all just probably didn't understand them or comprehend or listen or actually gave a fuck about their emotions and what made them feel in that relationship. Because most men voice how something makes them feel in a relationship. And if you ignored that shit, then he's going to stop voicing his opinion and he going to shut down on you type shit. You know what I'm saying? There's all types of things that women miss about men. You know why? Because majority of women only care about themselves. Most women will care about themselves. You know this to be true. Most women will do what is best for themselves 9 times out of 10. That means they always think about themselves. If it ain't about the kids, it's about themselves. And even when it comes to the kids, it's still about themselves. I had to do what I had to do what's best for me and the kids. See? But in reality, the kids need both parents. So it ain't even about what was best for the kids. It's about best what was done to you. If that man ain't whooping your ass, if that man ain't calling you all out of your names and shit like that, then why are you leaving? Pretend to care about you? Yeah. Yeah, most don't have no interest in what makes a man happy. Most don't. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. You know how I know? Because every time I go on a date, I always ask women, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? What makes you do? You know, ain't nobody ever asked me that question back. Hey, Los, you know, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? They don't never ask that. So he said, what if he's cheating? Well, when it comes to cheating, that depends on the person. Because there's plenty of relationships that bounce back from cheating. All through history, there's plenty of relationships that bounce back through cheating. And it depends on what this new generation calls cheating. Because in today's day and age, if a guy looks at a woman's ass and in his girlfriend's mind, this nigga's cheating. So it all depends on what cheating is. Because that right there could be a double standard as well, too. Because the same thing that women think is cheating, if a man was to do it on them, the woman will call the man insecure. You know what I'm saying? He's just a friend, you know. I just like guy friends, you know. I'm just more cool with guys. But then let the boyfriend go, well, baby, I'm just cool with girls, you know. I'm just kicking it with the homegirls. I'ma holler at you. You see? So it all depends. There's a double standard to that too. I laugh at stuff like that most of the time. I'm the one that looks first. I mean, I don't get bent out of shape for looking. You're in a populated world. You have to look at people to know where the fuck you going type shit. I don't get upset about looking type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if you start fantasizing, engaging, and all that other shit, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? You start taking it to the extreme. But you just look at somebody and be like, oh, okay, you're a little handsome little fella. Or, yeah, she kind of look good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, my people look good. Ain't nothing wrong with complimenting people. But then when the compliments turn to flirting, then, you know, it takes a different route. But, you know, it just depends. Silly Res Native. Toxic or broken women choose toxic or broken men and vice versa. Sometimes toxic and broke people choose other folks that got a light about them. But I hear what you're saying. But it all depends. But, you know, it all depends. Because, and the reason why I say that, the only reason why I say that, which I'm not making an excuse, we having logical and deep thought. Okay. The reason why I say it depends on that cheating shit when it comes to men and women, because most of the times when women cheat, it's always about emotions. I know dudes who can cheat with no emotions. Like, a nigga can really just knock somebody off and just be like, yeah, like a nigga just whack off with a rag. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes who do that and just no feelings attached, nothing. They gone about their day. But most women, when most women tend to cheat, they tend to get emotionally attached to the person that they cheat with. And when they start getting attached to the side piece, then when she comes home to the main dude, her attitude and behavior starts changing, because now in her mind, she's starting to fall in love or fall or have feelings for this guy, because she done got emotional. Because when it comes to sex, it's always emotional with women. Women can rarely have sex without the emotions. They might can tuck that shit down, but eventually that shit will come up. So she'll get attached to the side piece, and then when she'll come home to the main dude, you get the dude get this cold, mean version, because now in her mind she wants to be with him. So now she about to sabotage that to go back to him, but she about to figure out that the grass ain't always greener on the other side. That so there's an emotional thing about it, and I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's facts. A lot of dudes don't catch emotions. Most niggas can go out here and wham bam, thank you ma'am, and continue going on about the day. Most niggas will forget about that shit. Like, damn, for real. Like I don't know. Dudes' minds is different a little bit. Dudes' minds are different a little bit, but I don't condone none of that low vibrational shit. But but if we gonna be real, then we gotta be real. All the time, statistically, learn each other's boundaries, and communication is key. Yeah, communication is key. You got to be literal. You got to be literate inside your own relationship. You can't just have literacy in books and everything. You got to be literate in your own relationship. But we getting off topic. Why don't women hold other women accountable? You are what you attract. Gotta get back on this clock. Most definitely. You have a good day. Talking to other people about personal stuff is emotional cheating. How? Bruh, there's new rules to this shit. Everything's cheating nowadays. I'm saying it, Angel. Because I've never seen it. And just because I never seen it doesn't mean I don't exist. But I grew up in a family with 4 sisters, a mama, two grandmamas. You know what I'm saying? I had stepsisters and everything. And here's the problem with a lot of us men who grew up in a feminist household, is that you kind of start to see the bullshit early. And I know for a fact I see it early. And it'd be funny now that I'm older and shit, and I be voicing my mind and my opinion to my sisters and the women in my family. They be sitting there with their mouths dropped like a motherfucker, for real. I've never seen my sisters or nobody be held accountable for nothing that they do. It's always justified. It's always an excuse. It's always something. Like, real shit. I've seen my mama and them get on my cousins, my male cousins, about dating a lot of women. But then I've seen them in the same breath high five the other women who's dating other men in the family while being engaged. It's like, just don't get caught, girl, I be sitting here like, did you just hold on, what? Whoa. Did you just tell my cousins you better not get caught, girl? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All that shit. But be the same ones that turn over here. You gotta treat a woman like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Shivering that dead. You can't be out here doing all that woo woo. Hey, you gotta keep it on the low, girl. You know what I'm talking about? You know how we do. I'm one of the youngest of the family. I sit back and I observe a lot. And I'm sitting here like, but I used to think that was my household. But it wasn't. I started having women friends because social experiment. And I just used to kick it with them. When they be around their girl, I go there and kick it with them in the cut. We smoking shit, see how they be talking to their friends and everything like that. And I be sitting here like, this shit happens all the time. Wow, that's crazy. They never knew you was watching? Man, they never knew I was watching because since I was the youngest, they thought, oh, he's young. He won't catch on. He don't know. But you can't do that because I was born hella intelligent. I just didn't talk growing up. So you wouldn't know if I was intelligent or not. So I just used to I was observing for like the first 5-6 years of my life. I wouldn't talk or nothing. I just soaked shit in. But I be sitting there looking at that shit like, damn, that's crazy. So much shit going on between us black men and black women. If war broke out today, who's got who back? I got those back, whoever got my back, but I most definitely got my family's back first and foremost. You know, right, Priscilla? Priscilla said it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's what I'm saying. But why is it a double standard though? Like, why don't we hold that type of behavior accountable though? Like, we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong. Why do we hold that accountable? So now, here's another thing down the rabbit hole. Here's another thing down the rabbit hole. Those same women raise the men. So a lot of boys grow up in a household seeing this behavior, not just from their sister and their mama, but we got cousins too. We got female cousins too. We out here living life. We dating at 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. We start seeing this shit. This is why I told people, and people refuse to acknowledge this, but dog ass men aren't born. They're created. What creates a dog ass man? Everybody see these dog ass men out here. That's the effect. Remember, universal law, cause and effect. Dog ass men is the effect. What was the cause of that? What turned this sweet little boy that used to play on the playground and just sweet smile and just crack jokes? What turned this sweet little boy into this damn werewolf, this dog ass dude right here? What happened? It has to do a lot with trauma and heartbreak, right? But why are we not acknowledging that? If we talking about black men need to heal, then black men need to heal. What are we gonna heal? We gotta heal the women. Because the women is what's raising the broken men. So the broken men is being broken before they even leave their mama house. How is that possible? Now, if you understand what I'm saying, healing the melanated woman heals the melanated man. So you can't say I was biased because I just told you how it works. But the melanated woman who has the healing energy, she has to heal her other women. She is the healer. She is the nurturer. She is Mama Gaia. Ain't no women doing no healing no more. Okay? But women has to heal each other just like men got to heal each other. You know what I'm saying? But we got to heal each other. But women has to do it though, because y'all carry that spirit, y'all carry that energy. If y'all tired of the way the shit is, then y'all have to heal it. This society is using y'all healing, because what's the opposite of healing? Harming. So the high vibration of a woman would be healing, but the low vibration would be hurting. So they took that healing, high vibration spirit of a woman and they indoctrinated it. So now it's just a harming spirit. I'm going to get you before you get me, nigga. I want your pocket. I want your wallet, nigga. I want everything. I want your soul, because you ain't about to hurt me. I ain't even date you. You the first. Y'all, I just met you. You need to heal from whoever hurt you from back in the day. Because not all men like that. There's a billion of us on earth, and to lump us up in one category is crazy. That's crazy. But you know, you get men out here speaking like this, just telling the truth. We still get hated on. But if women held other women accountable for the bullshit and the low vibrational that they did, and stop worrying about what men do, because we got this shit over here, because we making great strides. But if women will focus on the women and hold them accountable for the bullshit that they do, and not enable and be yes women, we will have the progression that we all looking for. The only thing that's holding up the progression everybody's so focused on men. Men. And that's the greatest deflection. Well, what the fuck is men doing? Well, why the fuck men can't do that? Why men always gotta speak on women? Why men can't tell us how to be women? When men can't tell, but y'all be the same folks up here telling us how the fuck to be a man. And y'all telling us how to be a man by European Christian standards. This the reason why this shit don't work. I ain't no European. I ain't no Christian. I'm gonna be a man by Indian standards, nigga. The fuck? And that's how I know, because if you subscribe to gender roles and gender rules, congratulations, you've been Europeanized. The men are supposed to provide and protect. I want my woman to have my back. If I'm not paying attention, I need her to protect me too. So she's a protector. Ain't a mama a protector? And if somebody come and harm your kids or your husband, ain't you gonna whoop their ass? Okay, that's a protector. All right. If your kids is hungry, if your man is hungry and you get up and you cook for the family, ain't you providing a meal? Okay, you a provider too. This is why I don't believe in social constructs and gender roles. A man is provider and a protector. No, we all are inside the village. It's not that damn hard to understand. You protect me, I protect you. You provide for me, I provide for you. And these motherfucking kids is taken care of. I nurture you, you nurture me. We keep this shit balanced. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard in a month. It's not hard at all. You don't see no lions and the bears in the jungles and shit in nature, or you don't see no male lion and no female lion talking about, you're the protector and the provider, right? The male lion like, how am I the provider when y'all go out there and hunt and provide the food? Y'all protect us like we protect y'all. What is you talking about? You've been chilling with them albino tigers. Them albino tigers been pumping this rhetoric in your head. Huh? What is you talking about? I'm just saying. Diamonds is a girl's best friend. Diamond, girl, what is you talking about, diamonds? What is you talking about? Social constructs. Better get out of that shit, man. Get out of that shit. Get out of that shit, man. I'm speaking on this topic later, but how many women gonna listen? Hey, Tia, those who listen is meant to listen. Just like how we drop these gems on Indian business and everything like that. If it's gonna reach those who's meant to reach. We just gotta put it out there. But I'm just saying, and I'm not speaking up for the men my age or nothing. I'm speaking up for a lot of, what the fuck is that? Oh, I'm speaking up for a lot of women who's raising little boys, young sons, who's gonna run into women who don't have accountability. Now, I do hold men accountable. I just held men accountable yesterday when I was talking about all that shit about, man, look, I hold these niggas. Matter of fact, I'll make all the women feel comfortable so we can get back on topic real quick. And y'all niggas need to motherfucking do better out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas out here just sitting on the block, smoking, getting drunk, high, popping pills, not doing nothing. Not taking care of your kids, not buying them shit. Your baby mama just wants you to come up and spend time with them. Go take them to the park, throw them in the air. Whee! Let the kid know who the fuck you is, your name, your favorite color and shit like that. And y'all can't even do it because y'all too busy sitting on the motherfucking game on goddamn Call of Duty, chilling on the block, riding around and trying to look for the hoes and get high and be in the clubs and chasing the bitches and shit like that. Y'all niggas can't read. Y'all niggas can't do nothing. Y'all don't know nothing outside of the hood life and stuff like that. And you wonder why she got you on child support when all she wants you to do is just come see your child. Come pick them up. Give me a break real quick, nigga. Because the child lives with me. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit. Simple shit, bro. You have it. You have time. Hey, bro, I can't chill in front of the store right now. I can't hang with you niggas all the time, bro. I got responsibilities. I'm about to go pick my kids up. We about to go to the park. We about to get some ice cream real quick. We about to go to the mall. I'm going to get a couple of outfits, some shoes and shit for them. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be with me for the whole weekend, but I'm gonna holler at y'all boys like around like Tuesday or Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? We'll link up, we'll do something, out. Yeah, man, y'all boys be easy out there. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, kids. Like, if they put you on child support out of spite, then you as a man need to open up that law book and learn your laws as a father. Because if you know you've been doing what you're supposed to do and you keep your receipts and you've been doing everything and you can show documentation and everything and you go to court, they have to honor that, bro. You have rights as a father. Most fathers don't know that they have rights. That's another thing. A lot of fathers don't know you have rights. I'm talking about you in most states, you got the same amount of rights as the mama do in some states. This is why you got to learn what state you in. Are you in a mom state or are you in an equal state? If you in one of these equal states, which most states are that, but men don't know about it, you have the same right as the mama. You have the same rights. But they don't tell the men that though for a reason. Okay? So you got to figure it out. And also, cause and effect. What the fuck did you do to her for her to be spiteful? Because women don't wake up and want to torch the world. You did something to her. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really be accountable. And it might not be nothing big. To you, it might not be nothing big. But to her, it might have been the world. You might left the toilet seat up one too many times and she dumped into the damn water one time and fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you said, I left because she cheated. Well, shit, man. Hey, it is what it is. Find out your laws and get up out of the damn child support system because you can do that. A woman can't just put you on child support out of spite. She has to do it because you're a deadbeat. But as long as you're proving to the courts that you're not a deadbeat and you doing what you're supposed to do, bro, come on, man. You know, but that's just a little friendly advice from me to you, though. You know? He said, my child live with me. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of fathers out here with full custody of their kids that people don't know about. The statistics of deadbeat moms are on the rise. Y'all don't know that? Go look into the statistics. The deadbeat mom category is on the rise and fathers are getting full custody of their kids nowadays. This is why I mean by women need to hold women accountable because what is going on to where women are becoming deadbeats now? What's going on? Why is the tables turning? I know one of the reasons why. City girl going out of town. Miami. You're doing that too much, neglecting the kid. So I'm glad I found a good one. Hey, they rare. If you find a needle on the haystack, man, look. Hey, you find a needle on the haystack, you better sew and thread a quilt with it. I'm telling you. They think their mom raised the kids in the 90s and they don't want to do it now. Man, look. He said, cracking the fuck up. I know what I did. I was young, though. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us men own up to the bullshit that we do. I know that for a fact because we've been holding, like, if you catch us red-handed, we'll own up to the shit. Some men will just tell you because they got a guilty conscience. I haven't met that one man that can carry some shit to the grave. He said, we need help from baby dad. Support is needed if he ain't helping. Yeah, we got shit to fix too. Yeah, we most definitely got shit to fix. We got a lot of shit to fix. But if we're walking around in this conscious community saying that the black woman is God, why are we... See, this is the reason why I kind of don't like that rhetoric. I mean, I know that the woman great. She pushed life into the world. I mean, we both kind of donate to it because, before the kid is inside of your womb, the kids is swimming inside it's swimming inside the man's testes. The kids been hanging out inside our testes for a while before we put them inside the soil. You know what I'm saying? So they don't just magically appear in the womb. They come from directly from our life force. That's why they call it life force. They call the sperm life force. So the kids come directly from our life force. So we take time off our spiritual life to make kids. This is why the more kids that a man have, or the more that a man wastes his seed, the more he'll start to look old and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's tied to your life force. And then you have those of us who care about our bodies, who don't just be out here slanging pipe everywhere. We be 33 still looking young and shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, but the spark is the soul. So we put the soul inside the body. The soul the soul goes into the egg, finds out, test drive his car, like, okay, I love this car, I'ma operate in this bitch. All right. And then the woman does her thing because she's like Mother Earth. She nurtures, she heals, she incubates, and she grows the life. We plant the life. The women body grows the life and produce the life and keep it fed and nurtured and healed when there's a boo-boo and everything. And that same concept has to be put into our communities and shit, because that's what's missing. But we got to put it back inside the communities. But a lot of people don't understand that. They're playing on everybody's ego right now. They playing on everybody's ego right now. And they got everybody in a low vibrational state right now. Karen said, it's not the same. What's not the same? Let's say in the artifacts, CVC. We the life givers and the delivery them into the physical realm. Well, you can't be the life givers and the delivery, because it took sperm to spark it. So the life givers would be the man, and the woman would be the portal to birth the life, because we're giving you the seed and you're doing wonderful things with the seed for it to bloom. It takes two. But like I said, I don't really like that rhetoric of calling women gods, because then we know we come from gods. So I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that in this rhetoric of a matriarch, we're doing this matriarch shit so much that we're starting to ignore the bullshit. I understand the matriarch system, but I'm a realist at the same time. Real. Like, I understand matriarch and all that, but I'm also a realist, and it's 2023, and a lot of these women out here, and they ain't even worth being put on a damn pedestal. So you telling me in order for me to honor the matriarch system, I gotta acknowledge a chick like Sexy Red and be like, yes, she is the matriarch because she is a woman. I have to honor and respect her, even though she's talking about her booty hole. No, nigga, the fuck? And I'm damn sure not about to risk my life for no entity like that. So this is what I mean, ladies, by men will protect what he wants to protect when he feels like what is needed to protect and everything. We have standards and boundaries too. I'm not about to go lay my life down for no sheep ass people who still gonna call themselves black, and I'm over here trying to educate them and they looking at me crazy, and you out here low vibrational talking about your booty hole and all that other type of shit like that. I ain't about to lay my life down for you. The fuck? I ain't about to respect you. If you walk up to me, I'm gonna talk to you how you present yourself. If you present yourself like a ratchet hood rat shit, that's how you gonna get taught. That's how you gonna get, that's the reaction you gonna get. You want me to respect the hood rat? Since when? Since when in our lives in the projects have we ever respected hood rats, nigga? What? No. No, nigga. No. I like my women not to be a sheep. Okay? I don't like synthetic ladies. I talk to the real. And the real have an open mind and a conscience, and they be willing to hear and listen. And the sad thing is she got kids. She probably got a son. And her son gonna grow up and date a woman that's just like that. Probably worse. And then it's like women, y'all so great that men like your uniqueness. And I don't think a lot of women understand that. We like your uniqueness. We like you because you do shit that a man can't do. Y'all, a lot of y'all are so obsessed with trying to prove that y'all can do what men can do, but men actually like y'all because y'all unique and y'all do shit that we can't do. So it automatically becomes a turnoff when you try to prove that you can do what we can do. That's not the reason why we love y'all. I don't want no woman that act like me or no man. I ain't trying to date my homeboy. But society and the social construct got that programmed into you. Y'all can thank Steve Harvey for that shit. Think like a man and act like a woman. That don't even, you gonna be a walking contradiction. If you think like a man, but act like a lady type shit, you become a walking contradiction because what you think manifests. How you gonna think like a man but then still act like a woman? What your mind manifests everything into this plain existence. If you think like a man, you'll become a man. That's like me telling the brothers, hey brothers, sometimes you gotta think like a woman, nigga, but act like a man still, nigga. A lot of shit don't sound right. Women do submit to a man, but he has to be a man first for me to submit. Look, nigga. I need my woman to submit to me first before I even show her that that I'm a man. Y'all don't be making sense in 2023 with the shit y'all be saying. And people be posting this shit on Facebook like it's some real shit. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna share this. I know what I'm talking about, nigga. I felt that. Oh, this is the truth. I felt this, period, girl. Don't none of that shit make sense. What is y'all reading? Keep your love. I just want the loyalty. What? That don't make sense. It does make sense if you know what we talking about. Shut up. Shut up. Because love and loyalty go hand in hand. I'm not going to be loyal to a person I don't love. And I'm not going to love a person that I'm not loyal. What are y'all talking about in 2023 going into 2020? What? This is why I don't fit with people, bro. This is why I'm quiet. You meet me in real life, I'm quiet as shit. For real. Anybody that know me for real, I'm quiet as hell, bro. Because, if I spoke half of the shit that be in my mind in real life, people would definitely hate me. Like, real shit. We like women because y'all are unique. You know what I'm saying? We like women because women are unique. Not trying to do what we can do. Men care more about how well men treat us more than anything else. Sorry how women treat us. Shit. You can't say sorry because I don't put all women into the category. That's why I say sheep women. I say sheep women. It just makes a woman turn to her masculine side. Man, you gonna be confused with me, man. Look. You said we see where that got him. Look. So Steve Harvey advice got him. Boy, look. And he tried to play it off. Those are just rumors. Nah, them ain't rumors, boy. Your wife was out here getting it in with the trainer and your homeboy, nigga. The trainer and the security guard, bro. Your wife was getting it in with the trainer and security guard, bro. They was tag teaming. And you out here talking about that as a liar. Boy. And then a lot of women be like, well, that's what he get. Because in his first marriage, he cheated on his wife with her. Okay. That's called holding a grudge. But even if so, he cheated on his wife with her, which is one. She cheated on this nigga with two motherfuckers that he's paying. He paid. He cut these niggas a check. These niggas got paid from you on the same day and smashed your wife. What? So even if you try to use that, she still went over and beyond the call of duty. The universe said, the universe told her, look, to give Steve his karma back, sleep with the trainer. And she was like, okay, boom. And she was like, I'm gonna go fuck with the security guard too. The universe like, no, I did not say that. Oh man, y'all better stop listening to these celebrities, man. These celebrities ain't got no good advice for nobody. They say they got paid twice. Maybe Steve should have thought like a man. Oh man, look, man. Hey, Will Smith advice trash too. All of their advice ain't even their advice. These niggas be finding these quotes from these little self-help books that they be reading for themselves, and they'll come out here and say some shit like it's some real stuff. They're like, yeah, man, and niggas be out here holding on to it because for one, they're a celebrity, so they already capitalized, hanging on to every single word and shit. It don't even be no real advice. Some of that shit don't even work. Some of that stuff don't even make sense when you listen to it all the way out. It's nothing real. I'd rather take advice from Future. For real. I'd rather take advice from Future before I listen to Steve Harvey. Oh man.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm literally gonna do this right now and everyone be making me feel like I'm tripping. Nah, you don't be tripping, bruh. Sis, you don't be tripping. It hit cause they add the emotional music to the background. Oh man. What's happening, Rocky? What's happening, Regal? So how you doing, Notles? You wanna add something to the conversation?
I'm just the topic was just interesting to me, and I felt like I wanted to come up here and kind of give my thoughts, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's open door.
Um, the question is, why don't women hold other women accountable? And then you have the ABCD. Should we be picking ABCD to speak on, or can we speak on all
You
of
can
those?
speak on all. You can speak on all if you have something for all.
Okay, I'm a black woman, and I feel like black women do need to hold each other accountable. Just hits home to me because I am such a pro black person and I love everybody. I love my black men and I love my black women. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 35 and my younger sister is 20. She's about to be 21. And I feel like the older women above us, the what do they call us? I'm 35. So what generation am I? Because they have this Gen
Uh,
Z, Gen whatever, whatever.
thank you. Thank you. I think you are a millennium like me.
Okay, because I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
And I feel like it starts from the older women.
Mm, okay.
The older
I like
black
that.
women, because back in the day, I'm gonna just say this: back in the day, I was able to fortunately be around my great grandmothers on both of my grandparents' sides, what they call big mamas.
Mm-hmm.
And the knowledge and the things that I got from them on even on how to be a woman or how to take care of the household as a woman, how to support your spouse. You get where I'm coming from? I think that over time, we as women, because of the constructs of this world, got roles mixed up and misplaced. And I feel like going back, I don't know if y'all seen the Steve Harvey topic or whatever. I think that's what got everybody in the uproar. I understood where he was coming from. I really did. And I feel like a lot of black women expect men to come to the table with something, and those same women don't have that themselves. And I'm saying, and my thing is, why do you expect a black man or any man to come to the table with something and you don't have anything either? I think they
Mm-hmm.
forgot that it's a partnership. You get where I'm coming from, and it's
Oh,
a team. So if your
that's,
teammate is lagging, you as a
mm-hmm.
teammate supposed to support and help that person. And I'm gonna give you an example if I can. I don't want to stray off topic, but I feel like that's where it comes from. A lot of it. I'm gonna give you an example. Me and my significant other, prior to me, he was married to his wife, right? Ex-wife. At one point in time in their relationship, he didn't make the money. He didn't make more money than her, right? But she still, wanted him to take care of, I guess, his part of the bills. Well, he could only do so much. You feel me? He can only pay this or pay that. His paycheck only would allow him to do so much. And during this time, he explained that she would downplay him as a man, um,
Mm-hmm.
talk down on his manhood,
Mm-hmm.
drag him through the mud, kind of like treat him a certain way because he wasn't bringing what she thought he should be bringing to the table to help the household. Now, fast forward, he done became. I'm not gonna put his occupation out there, but he make more than 80,000 a year. You feel me? Over
Mm-hmm.
80,000 a year. So at this point, this man done put her in the house. Now he's able to pay the rent 4 times, pay the rent up.
Right.
And now and then she saw him as a threat. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation. Oh, you think you funny, or you think you this, or or just because you making this money, you can't do this and that. So when does a man get to be a man? You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that. I'm the type of woman, I'm gonna support you. You feel me? I'm gonna support you. And then it all goes back to the type of men or women that we are choosing. You know this who this person is prior to meeting them. People
Yeah.
choose to ignore red flags. And I hold black women accountable all the time. Like, I have sisters, I have cousins, I'm a hairstylist. I braid hair, I meet women every day. You know what I'm saying? And I hear the stories and things like that. Women have to allow men to. A lot of women just will mute themselves and think that this man can read their mind. No, you have to open your mouth and tell this man, "Hey, I feel offended. Hey, this is going on." Not just have an attitude or be silent or do certain childish things that could maybe make him feel a way. Instead of just saying what's on your heart, he may not like it, but you don't got it out off your chest. Like, am I straying off topic? I'm just speaking for me
Nah,
as a black woman.
nah, you most definitely on topic, and I can say, as a melanated man myself, the stuff that you just said, me and a lot of other men share that same experience. That's why I said today I want people to talk about their experience, and we can't belittle a person's experience because if I trip down the steps and bust my head open, that's my experience. You can't tell me that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with your logic and what you just said, a lot of us went through that. I went through that plenty of times where for one, I used to Uber and then I lost the Uber thing. A lot of stuff happened which set me back and everything, but one thing about me, I always been a hustler and I'm always gonna get it if I've been set back. And I always make that clear. And like I've been belittled before, I've been called less of a man and woo woo, but as soon as that individual would leave, all the blessings will start to come in. Now, now you're
Wow.
getting now you're getting two jobs instead of one, and now you can make four times the rent and all that type of stuff when all they had to do was just have a little more patience. But then I've also been in relationships where I was the breadwinner and I paid all the bills and everything like that, bought edible arrangement gifts, all the good shit. You mean I then became, like you said, a threat. It became a competition. You feel like you better
Right.
than me. You got all these girls looking at you, and you just doing this on purpose to make me jealous. And I'm like, so it's like a double-edged sword. So if I'm down, I'm a bum and I'm dusty, and when I'm up, I'm still lame. And now your insecurities come in. Now you gotta be cheating and all that type of shit. And you be like, damn, that's like, come on, like, you
And
gotta
you
win.
know,
You gotta win somewhere.
And you know what, host? And I think a lot of it is when when women get to feeling like that, they are in fear that that man, just like white people and white tea people and black people, the reason why we can't come together is because the white tea people will not allow themselves to acknowledge the pain, the hurt, the horrendous things they have done to us over the years. And if they feel like if they decide to acknowledge those things and unpack those things and come together with us or any minority group outside of YT, that they feel like we will begin to come up against them. And that's just totally not true. And I feel like if that man, to tie that back to what I'm saying, if that man, I feel like if that man felt he was supported in their relationship during his hard times and times where he didn't have or whatever, because I'm gonna support my man regardless if he worked at McDonald's or anything, because I feel like he brings much more to the table than finances. Like I'm more of a woman that recognizes how you treat me. You could be
Yeah.
you could be a everyday regular Joe. You feel me? I'm
Mm.
worried so much worried about how you treat me as a woman. Are you listening to me? Do you care about how I think or whatever? I'm just like I was raised to treat people like I want to be treated. I wouldn't want him to treat me a certain way because I made less than him or make me feel less as a woman. So why would I treat him that way? And if I see him falling, instead of discouraging him, I'm gonna encourage. Okay, babe, what can we do? Do you need help doing this? Some men just need help. Some women did not teach their men. Like I realized a lot of things that my significant other went through, I didn't go through. His mom was a nurse when he was young, so he grew up as an only child. His brother is 10, 15 years older than him, so he was already out the house when he was born. You get where I'm coming from? So he didn't see
Yeah.
the world. He didn't live through what I lived through, so he don't know struggle. He don't know
Mm.
that we need to do this and do that and do this to stretch this dollar. He feel like okay, we can get it. You get where I'm coming from? Oh, I don't care, we
Yeah.
can get it. No, I had to teach him that because I grew up in a single parent household, so we both are able to bring something to the table. Like that's how it should go. And I think a lot of
And
women.
that's
I'm sorry.
I was just about to say this, and then I want to let everybody else speak on the panel too.
Okay, yes,
But
sir.
that's but I do want to say that's one thing my grandmama taught me. Cause my grandma she been married like 40 plus years, and I come from a family where everybody's been married all the way down to big mamas and everybody. So my grandmama always told me that there's going to be times in your relationship where you're not unhappy. But just because you're unhappy, that doesn't mean that you break it off, because as humans, you go up and down with emotions. If y'all can learn how to be unhappy together, then y'all can learn how to be happy together. But the key thing is If this is your best friend, because it's supposed to be your best friend, you're gonna see him more than your actual friends now. Y'all have
Right.
to learn each other just like you did with your best friends when you was growing up. You have to do the same thing with this person that you laying down with and you procreating with, and you have to always learn each other because we not gonna be the same 5 years ago and 10 years ago. And she told me that she was like, every 5 or 10 years, me and your grandfather go out and have a first date all over again to see what's new and what's different, you know. But it's about work, and the reward is in the journey. You know what I'm saying? And you really just gotta have it in you to put that work in to get what you want. And I was like, okay, and I understand that. A lot of
Right.
folks don't. But I'm gonna yield right there. What's happening, Hidden and Steve?
Yo, yo, what's going on, man?
Nothing cooling.
Hi, how you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, I want to let me chime in real quick. I respect the sister that was just talking because I believe that she is a sister that has truly matured, um, and she's confident in her womanhood, and who she is as an individual. Because what she was saying, I mean, is spot on. I think at the end of the day, man, I believe that a relationship is about empowering one another, right?
Hmm.
If you go back, I don't know what y'all's belief systems are, but beyond that, because I think that sometimes we have a tendency to take biblical principles and try to make them so deep that it's out of reach. But the thing is, man, is that basic biblical principles, right? So in Genesis it says, and God made Adam a helpmeet. So that word helpmeet means one that will push you into, to push you forward, And
Hmm.
so the thing is that it goes both ways. You empower me, I empower you. Uh, what my shortcomings are may be your strengths. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we complete each other. See, the thing is that a lot of us come into relationships kind of like as a puzzle piece, and the thing is that we're looking for that other piece, or we should be looking for that other piece. And one thing that I know for a fact. See, I was in a marriage for 20 years, almost 20 years. My ex-wife decided she wanted out the relationship. You know, um, I always been a working man. I always took care of my family. I always, took care of my children, and all of that. Um, was I on the high end of finances? Making a lot of money? No, but I went out and I earned an honest living, and I
Hmm.
and at the end of the day, I come home and I nurture my family as a man. And so my ex-wife decided she wanted out. She didn't want to, deal with it anymore and everything, and it was a lot of, finances was a sub, it was a topic, but it wasn't the end all be all. At the end of the day, man, guess what? She wanted somebody else. And so the question about accountability is a big thing, I believe, man, because I think that there's some things that women can get away with that men cannot get away with, and they also gain the support of other women who don't hold them accountable as opposed to men, because if a woman say, listen, I'm not getting what I want from this relationship, so therefore I'm looking elsewhere, and it's like, to other women, that's women's empowerment. But let a man get to the point where he say, "Listen, man, it's not working for me. I need something different. I need something more." Now he's a dog. He's this. He's that. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
can I give you a quick example?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one of my past relationships. I actually
Uh,
was, women always preach that they want a man that's honest. So honesty, I was like, look, I'm not happy. I want to end this relationship. Woody woo woo. I almost got hit with a Grey Goose bottle.
man, I look, hey, I believe it, bro. I believe
I
it,
almost
man.
got hit. I almost got hit with
Yeah,
a Grey Goose bottle, and I'm sitting here like, whoa, where did this come from? Because
yeah,
during the whole time, I never seen like a violent tendency or nothing like that. But
right.
when that happened, I was like, whoa, oh, I'm glad I made this decision. Now let me get up out of here. Now. You
Absolutely, bro.
tripping.
Yeah, because it's like it's a double standard, and this is nothing against women, and I'm not even grouping all women together, man. Because look here, man. After my divorce was final, man, my wife now, bro. I mean, she is heaven sent, bro. When COVID hit, man, I got laid off a corporate job that I was working for, and I just said to myself, man, because I experienced a lot of layoffs, bro, throughout my
Mhm,
years, man, a lot of layoffs. And when I left that job, man, I said, listen, I'll never get laid off again. And I was riding down this street. I'm from Houston, Texas. Well, I live in Houston,
mhm,
Texas, man. I was riding down this road, and I saw all these semi trucks in these uh, truck lots, man. I said, I'm about to drive those. And that's what I did, man. I told my wife, who was really my fiance, my girlfriend at the time, I said, I'm going to trucking school. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, look, babe, whatever you need to do what you got to do. And I did it, man.
mhm,
But instead of graduating from trucking school and driving for a company, I bought my own truck and I
mhm.
started my own business. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
the
that's
thing is, man, is right off the rip, bro. First year, 6 figures. You see what I'm
that's
saying?
dope.
All it, and when I was in school, man, she held it down. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Listen, whatever it is that you need to do it, because this is for you, but this is for us." You see what I'm saying? So it's about empowerment, man. I
Yeah.
know that, and I think it's for the most part, man, it is misplaced priorities for a lot of people, man. We got to get out of this materialistic mindset to think that money is always, uh, uh, it satisfies everything. Money is a good thing, but it's also the root of evil. You see what I'm saying? The love of it. But the thing is, man, is that, when we focus on what really, really matters, you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because if we could just empower one another in relationships, man, then guess what? Two are better than one. For when one falls, there's another to pick them up, right?
And financially too, just real quick, financially
Absolutely.
and financially, I learned this from one of my white friends and one of my essay friends. Financially, here's how they
Uh-huh.
look at marriage. So this how they look at it. So on a tax bracket, if people ever want to research tax bracket, check this shit out. So
Hmm.
you by yourself could make 30 to 40,000 a year. You below that poverty line, right? But if your mate
Right.
makes 40 as well, or at least a little bit more, and y'all come together, both of y'all go
Yeah.
from poverty to now y'all middle class now, just off agreeing
Off
that
the
y'all gonna
off
do
the
this
rip.
shit together. And
Off the
now
rip,
y'all
man.
start to
Exactly.
maneuver, yeah. And then you start getting the
Yeah.
financial literacy, how you gonna move the money, save the money, what goes where, and you keep that budget up. Financial
Yeah.
wouldn't even be a problem. But the reason why it's a problem in our community is because our people is financially illiterate. So that's always going to be a problem, you know.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Because it
indeed.
says it
What's
says that
up?
people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, not because it's not there. It's there, but they reject the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And my sister, she said something, man, because I there is a systemic thing that's there. You see what I'm saying? Because it's, when you think about it, man. Let's go back to
I hear you glitching.
the black the black man was taken out of the family. He was separated from the family, and he was put on other plantations. The women became servants of the master in the master's house, the children, and all of that, of course, were reared up eventually to become, whether you're a girl, then you would do the woman's jobs. You know what I'm saying? If you were a young boy, then they would groom you to become a slave that was working, on that was grinding on the other plantation. You see what I'm saying? So systemically, through the years, there has been a divide between, especially the black man and the black woman, man. A black man is not only villainized in society, man, but he is villainized even in his own culture, in his own race, in his own neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? Black women have lost faith or considerable amount of faith in the black man. You see what I'm saying? But the things that the black man have to go up against, you see what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, I don't care, bro. You know, we all seen Good Times. We seen how Florida, you know what I'm saying? Didn't matter, man. James came home,
Yeah.
she treated him like a king, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She treated him like
I'll
a
speak on
king
that.
until, you see what I'm saying? Until change came. But the thing is, it wasn't predicated upon change. Empower a man for who he is. When you empower him for who he is, guess what? He just might have the tenacity, that drive to be better. You see what I'm saying? I know I did. I know I did, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is,
And
every day I get up, man, it's always a drive to do better, man. Sometimes, man, my wife get on my nerves, bro, about, but she's empowering me. She like, babe, you got this, you got your books in order, you got this going on, you know what I'm saying? Because she's a project manager. So
right,
that's her thing. You see what I'm saying? But it's what I need. You know what I mean? And it's empowering, man. It's empowering. That's what we need to do, man. You know, black
so
men need to empower black women. You know what I mean?
right.
At the end of the day, look here, baby. Look, it don't take all that. You don't have to show your body to the world to think that that gets my attention, because guess what? I love you for who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Hit it.
Makeup, no makeup, weave, no weave, wig, no wig, sweatpants, t-shirt, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You are you're perfect for me. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of how we can build our women. You know what I mean? Encourage her, man. Listen, if she want to go to school, encourage her. Baby, go to school. Do your thing.
Right. Hey,
I'm there.
okay. I want
Go
to.
ahead.
I
Go
want to
ahead,
hold it
man. Go
right
ahead.
there. Hidden son, you have anything to add?
Hi, yeah. Thank you. My name is Hidden Sun, and
What's
I
up,
do.
sis?
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hello.
Hello. I greatly appreciate the young lady that was speaking earlier. I resonate with her very heavy, and I resonate with a lot of things that you're saying as well, Steve, and the host. But I think with me growing up, now I'm 37, but I've been since young. I knew how to treat my king in the household, I guess. Even though my mom was single, you know what I'm saying? And I never witnessed my mom with anybody. I still had some type of memory, maybe from ancient times, to take care of the king. Like once I seen that movie, Coming to America, and they showed him as the king and all of the goddesses, bathing them and stuff like that. It made a lot of sense to me because the women were provided for. There was no stress, there was no emotional control or lack of emotional control, is what I meant to say. So, what I wanted to say is if you once we get in these relationships, we're not having these conversations with people of how they feel about just keeping it simple. Do you have a love for humanity?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ever ask each other that. Do you have a love for humanity? Because if you have a love for humanity, that means you have a love for yourself, and that
Mm-hmm.
means you know of who you are, and you carry yourself
Deep.
as a god. It doesn't matter if you got money or you do got money. Do you carry yourself as a god, and do you lead as a god? You know what I'm saying? Because once that happens, shit, I've always been a masculine, I guess, vibration. Every job I got, I always became manager like within 6 months to a year. So very, I was making money. So most of the men that I would date was not making as much money as me or whatever. But I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it as if I need to make more than him or he needs to make more than me. I always looked at it as we're building an empire. How well are we communicating to where we can get some multiple streams of income in that household? And now,
Mm-hmm.
with me, it basically has to come down to I was dating since 19. I've always been in a long-term relationship, but I never took the time to be in a relationship with myself. So the whole time wearing the weaves, I never wear eyelashes, but wearing weaves and stuff and trying to get attention from men instead of giving attention to my natural self
Right.
was the problem. But I had me and my significant other recently had a we went and did some mushrooms, and when I tell you we really had a realization of what's really going on with the man, the black man and the black woman. The black woman is mad that the black man has been so infatuated with the straight hair women, and so the with us doing the whole like let me get the fake nails, let me get the weave and all this, even though I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm throwing jokes around the house, I'm very loving. Um, damn, where was I going with this? The the focus needed to be for myself and for him. So where was I going with this? I'm so sorry, guys, but we came to the realization that the black woman is mad at the black man for having giving any attention to the white woman, and in addition, I had to take accountability because this is what the topic is on: is taking accountability. I had to take accountability of myself um, for help drive the black man to the white woman.
Right.
I
Can I
had
say something, sister?
yes.
Just hold a pin right there because I'm gonna tell you what the cycle of relationship looks like, right? So what's a woman's greatest need?
A great divine protection.
Okay, but it's one word. What's her greatest need? Right? Is
Love.
a woman love? Right, right. So
Black love. Yeah.
a woman's greatest need is love. What's a man's greatest need?
The man can never he needs love too. He
Right,
needs pure love.
but how does he interpret love?
Men like respect.
There it is. Now,
But
And I'm
men don't know what to say when you ask them what
but
they
no
need, they
can,
don't know how
hold
to
can
on, hold
respond.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me say
men
this.
like men interpret love with respect. And I'm gonna just
Right.
mute back up.
So right. So let me say this. So the thing is that we both need the same thing.
Hmm.
There's nothing different that a man needs that a woman needs. It, it's the interpretation or the filter in which it comes, right? So
Uh-huh.
if a woman's greatest need is love, then a man can't go up to a woman and say, "Oh, baby, I respect you so much." She ain't gonna understand that.
I do.
You see what I'm saying? But but when you tell a woman, "Baby, let me tell you something. I love you so much and I respect you." Now, you see what I'm saying? Because that love filter is what she responds to. She
The
responds
emotion.
to she responds to the intuitiveness of the inward parts of a man. That's why she completes us. You see what I'm saying? When God took out of Adam, he took out something on purpose so that when he is brought together with his true helpmeet, right? His soulmate, she will complete everything about him. So the thing is, she becomes the intuitiveness of him. So
Steve.
now, hold on.
Hmm.
So the thing is, a woman, she will tell a man that she loves him, and a man will receive that. Hey, baby, oh, I love you too. But guess what? At the end of the day, if she does not respect that man,
How
then
does
that
she
man
genuinely
will
love him if she don't respect him? Because respect is
right, and
love.
that's Right, but guess why?
I got.
That's why the black man is going across the border. That's why the
Hold on.
black
I
man is
tell
jumping
you this.
across the track. You see what I'm
I
saying?
tell you this
Because
right here.
go ahead,
Hold
bro.
on, real
Go
quick,
ahead.
please. So now here's where understanding a man and what we think is respect. So a woman, you can tell us that you love us. You can look us in our eyes deep and shit and be like, I love you.
Yeah,
But if you get mad at us and you call us a bitch ass nigga,
Never
yeah.
have I
you
done
don't love
that.
us.
It's
I've
over.
never
I
done that.
Right. But I'm saying like you can say that you love us, but once you cross that respect line with like disrespecting us type shit, that
Yeah.
right there makes everything you said null and void. Because if you love me,
Right.
you couldn't fix your mouth to call me something
Right.
as low as that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Calling each other niggas, like when women, I noticed this on Facebook and in real life. Nowadays, women only call men niggas, not realizing that they used to be called niggas too back in the day. So the younger generation of women, it's like a white supremacy mentality going on. Like I see it, like I'm done with you coloreds and you niggas. It's just it gets real white supremacy with this younger generation in their 20s
Right.
when it comes to like the disrespect and the name
Right.
calling and the belittling. So this is why a lot of men don't really believe women when they be like, I love you, because in your same breath, you can call me a bitch ass nigga and you can disrespect me on some shit that I don't even let these niggas in the street do to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
so the different types of respect is different for men versus women. You know, I mean,
Right.
it's kind of the same, just like the OG said, you know, because women don't like to be called out of their name too, you know, the bitches and hoes and shit like that too. But men tend to hold on to like, you call me out my name, we damn near about to fight in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Right.
gonna make you live what you just called me, because you gonna have to prove your point. So we
But
take it
that's
to a
why we
whole
got to get
different
emotional
level.
control. We can't let words, and I'm not saying I condone anybody, any women talking down to their man, but we got emotional control. That's why women women that do talk like that because the man doesn't have emotional control. She knows she's
No,
going
the
to get
women
him to
talk
blow
like that.
up.
No, the women talk. No. The women talk like that because they don't have no emotional
Yeah, they
control.
out of
Well, they don't
control.
have any love either.
Because
It's all about
when a
No, they don't
woman,
self-love.
have it.
because fury has no scorn like a woman's heart. So when a woman gets mad, she sees red. So she will cut as deep as she can to that man. So that's a lack of emotion. The man is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
reacting to being cut. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
We
I
got to
Because
take
gotta beat the shit
accountability on both
because you a
because the
sides.
to me.
onus, right?
May,
Because the
Let me
onus
may,
think about
is
this.
on him at the end of the day. Because she could go off and she could swing on him, she could hit him, she could slap him, she could do whatever she want to do. She could cuss his mama out. You know, she can do whatever she want to do. But the thing is that he better not react. He better not. He better not lift a hand because the onus is on him, and it shouldn't be that way.
But
Because my
why
thing
is the
is,
woman
may,
getting to
may,
that point? Why is
it
the
may I
doesn't
woman getting to
matter.
chime?
that
It
point?
doesn't. It doesn't
May
matter.
I?
It doesn't
May I?
matter
It's
because
it goes on
at
both
the end of the
sides,
Hold on,
day,
y'all.
Steve.
at the
May
end
I
of the
chime?
day,
Hold on, y'all.
at the
One at a
end
May
of
time,
the
Go
I?
one at
ahead,
a
day.
time.
Goddess. Go ahead,
May
Okay.
I?
Goddess.
You said,
Okay. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. Go
May
ahead.
I chime in just for a little bit? And I'm just speaking as a woman to these black men. I promise you, like I grew up in a single parent household. My mom took care of
Mhm.
everything. My mom
Mhm.
did remarry at a certain point in my life, but I didn't never look at that man as my father. So I didn't really
Mhm.
care too much about him because I was a kid. But the one thing, the one I have is my mama has 5 kids, and I'm the oldest of the 5, and I have one brother. Hid, hidden. I can hear your baby. Can you kind of like mute just for a second? Because I really need to get this understood. Because
you good.
I feel like it goes back to I had to realize this is how I, as a black woman, understood how to treat a black man. I have a brother, and I love my brother. You feel me? I
Hmm.
love my brother, and I understood the male perspective through my brother. You feel me? So I wouldn't. I know that men look at love in the sense of respect. We are different from men. Men, We'll never think like them. We can never be them, and they can never be us. We are more emotional. So I get what they're saying. Women do that, and how we hold each other accountable as women, black women. I'm not gonna speak for white people because I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't care for them or care about them, but I love my people first. So I'm gonna speak on us and us
Mm-hmm.
only. Women do need to hold other women accountable, but like I said before in the beginning, I even before prior to COVID, I worked in the medical industry, and these YT women that get with these black men, the one thing that they do, that one thing that they do is come to work and talk about black men. And I always heard black women have something negative to say, and that's a generational thing. Like I said,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I grew up being I was around my big mamas, like my big mamas that have been married since 14, 15 years old. So I can't I can't think that every woman grew up with those same values in regards to men and how you treat men or
Mm.
anything like that. And I feel like the black women that do have that knowledge can help other black women, whether they're the same age or not. Like be and I get the frustration of some of these black women. I get the frustration, but at the end of the day, if that's not your cup of tea, then don't mix with that. If you know, like it's like how do I put this? If you're if you're the type of woman that don't have value for yourself, you're not gonna have value for that man. If
Yes.
you
Right.
and a lot of women of low value, black women of low
Mm-hmm.
value, and I'm talking about the ones that use that type of language towards men, this BA niggas, and I don't even talk to my man. Like I don't talk to my man rough at all. They, I'm old enough and grown enough to express my anger or express um my feelings. Period. I never go in. We have to check that emotional rage that black women have. And I'm just speaking. I can't speak on white women. I'm gonna speak on us. We
Right.
absolutely can hold each other accountable. And I don't think I'm better than anybody. But the way I treat my man is exactly the way I want to be treated. If I feel offended, I'm not gonna address him in front of his family or his homeboys. I'm gonna wait until we get into a space where I can talk to him straight up
Mhm.
and say, "Hey, I did not like what you said. I don't like how
Right.
it made me feel, and
Right.
whatever." And I'm gonna be woman enough to hear what he has to say, and I'm gonna be woman enough to let him tell me when I have done that to him. Because there's been times where he sat me down and been like, "Babe, you were out of line. I didn't like
Mm-hmm.
the way you said that." And just a mutual respect for each other
Mhm.
is how we navigate in our relationship, and that's why people around us is like, how does that work? Because I love that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love y'all black men on this panel. Like I
Yeah.
Mhm.
love
Your
my
Mhm.
tone.
people. So why would I, as a black woman, come in with my emotion? I tell my son, I have four black sons. I have four black sons. And I always let them know, hey, control yourself. The one person you can control is yourself. You cannot
Mhm.
control anybody else. You can
That's true.
control how you react. You can control what you say, how you feel, everything. And I'm not saying don't say nothing. And I'm not saying it's not okay. It's okay. It's not. I'm not saying it's not okay for you to feel anger or be
Mm-hmm.
angry or be sad or what. I think a lot of black women are not teaching that to the black men that they are raising, which is why we
Mhm.
have this generational thing that we got going. And I see a lack of black women, older black women, teaching that to these
Mhm.
Right.
younger black women. Instead, they are trying to compete with them. They are trying to
Mm-hmm.
run with them, and you just can't do it. That's why we
And they
have
want to
this.
steer you into the same shit that they was in.
Absolutely. And
They're
so,
Yeah.
like,
jealous of your
if we
freedom.
we have to hold each other accountable. I hold black
Right.
women accountable all the time. I just
Yep.
recently had
Yep.
a lady in my chair. She's a teacher and her husband is a cop. She's having problems with his mom being in the mix of their relationship, and I'm like, you have to talk to your husband. You have to tell him, babe, I don't think this is okay. I don't like this,
But
and
is she
because if
taking
you
accountability though?
I'm just
Because
saying, I can only speak for what she said. If she told me, I said, you have to do these things or resentment will set in with you against your husband. She said, well, we're already there. I said, but do he know that?
Well, it's
Because he
because she
can't
has
read your
resentment towards
mind.
his mother. How
No,
you gonna have resentment towards
she no
somebody
no
that
no no no
created
no no
your
no
the
no
love of
no.
your life?
She has resentment towards her
Easy.
husband because she feel like he's not standing up for her. You have to sit that man down and talk to him about what you're feeling. He don't know what you're feeling. He can't read your mind. He thinking
Yeah, but
everything is okay. He don't know that you're feeling offended because you won't stand up for me. You have to talk. You
Right.
have to
And
open
yeah,
your
that's
mouth.
I
and
hear
that's
you,
what the
Goddess.
issue is at the end of the day. Is
No,
that
the
right
issue
there.
is, but the issue too is women coming into these relationships and thinking that they don't have to acknowledge the mother. They don't have, because I have a sister-in-law and my brother.
In the Bible, it's the man, the wife, and then everybody else. You feel me?
Right.
The mother
Nah,
needs to know. No,
Right.
yes, it is.
Well, let me.
Yes, it
that I
is.
understand that, but first, I've never had any kind of resentment with any mother-in-laws that I've had because I've always given respect and love first to the
But
mother
people have
that
to know
created
their
my
place.
man.
In the Bible, it says, "Husbands, cleave to your wife
And the
and love
Bible
your
Right.
wife
says,
like Jesus had loved the church.
the
Honor thy
Bible
mother
also
and
says it's
father."
okay to rape women, and the Bible always is also telling us that the man gave a rib that created the woman. No, he did not. The man was not here. It started off with nothing but women first. If you look up something called parthenogenesis, we were becoming impregnated by the
That's
sun.
pseudo.
We started this shit. Men are second. That's why they mature
That's pseudo.
slower than us.
That
All
And
I
we're
right.
could go ahead and
here.
tell.
We need to
I could go
get.
ahead and
Hey,
tell
We
you
need to
that
hey,
the
reach
hey.
women
back
go
We
out
through
to
it.
our son. Wait, let me.
let's not get into that. Let's not get into
Hold
that
on.
right
Hold
All
on,
I'm
there.
hold
saying
on. I
I
gotta
mean,
is,
stop.
that's
I
off
gotta stop right
topic
there.
right
Hold on.
there.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta say that I gotta enlighten the sister on that parthenogenesis. That parthenogenesis was started by feminists. So as long as there was the beginning, there's always been man, woman, and child. That's how you get eternal life, and it's always been that, and it's always gonna be that. There's no women was here first, and then men mutated from women, and nah. The only thing on the face of this earth that can do parthenogenesis is certain reptiles. Unless you have a reptilian gene or you a reptilian yourself, you ain't do no parthenogenesis. But I want to stay on topic. It was going sideways. We talking about accountability. So here's another thing. When we talk about emotional intelligence, all right, a lot of us men
Excuse
have to heal
me.
from certain traumas because
Peace, King.
a lot of us
Peace, King.
a lot
I'm sorry
yes.
to interject, but this is the reason why we are at odds with each other. Because the last thing I was going to say is, now that we know when the mother finds out who she is, she will then reach out to her son to heal her son and to heal the land. If all women don't heal themselves and do take accountability of healing themselves and knowing their truth of what's going on this land, we will never heal. We keep getting thrown
That can't
masculine.
happen with the
It's
ego
the
though.
it's the
That can't
female
happen with
and
the
it's the
ego
mas
though.
the
it
ego is
starts.
dead with
That can't
me. The
happen with
ego's
ego.
been dead with me. That's what 2020 was for. People supposed to do their
You
shadow
just
work to
showed
find
you
out
just
how to
showed your
love
ego.
themselves
You just
so they
showed your
can.
ego right there. When you get hyped and with the parthenogenesis, that was your ego showing. We was
But
the first ones, and that's ego.
all men get offended by this, and we gotta give love back to the mother. If
It's
y'all
No,
see
all
what's
we
going
called
don't.
on right
No, we
now,
don't
respect.
get.
the
No,
black woman's being
we don't
put.
get offended. We don't get offended because men know that it took our life force to create our kids that we're raising now, and it's always
So
been that way. So we don't get
when has a
offended.
man gave us a child? You have the
I
ingredient.
just gave my baby mama a child 3 years ago. My daughter's 3. I just plant my seed inside her
Congratulations.
womb and we created life.
Congratulations. It's called an
What you
ingredient,
doing?
right?
And plenty men have done that. Plenty men
I
have done that. I
hit
gave her my
Peace,
seed
King.
and
Peace,
she
King.
hit
nurtured the seed and it grew.
hidden. I understand where you coming from, sis.
That's
But
okay.
no. Seriously, I understand where you coming
Yeah.
from, sis. But at the end of the day, as a woman, I'm gonna hold my women counterparts accountable for what
I
they're
do
doing.
every day.
If I see wrongdoing, even if like this topic that we speaking on, this like it's just common sense, and I can't speak on what men do. I can only speak on women because that's the topic.
I
And
could
like
only
I
speak
feel,
on nurturing the man back to his heart. That's all I can speak on. I don't care
but
about what
we
men
got.
is thinking about. They need nurturing. They need love.
Oh,
They
okay.
need
So you are.
support.
I
And
get
that's
what you.
it. You know, I'm coming because I mean, the men that I've met have been abused by their mothers, so they cannot trust a woman as much as they
I was
love
just about
women.
to,
They
I
cannot
was just
trust
about to
women.
reach to that
So
point.
I am
I was
here.
just about to reach to that point.
I am
If you
here
let me
to
read
bring
it,
trust.
I was just about
I know,
I was
King, but
about
I
to
was
reach to this
interrupted
point too.
earlier.
So
I was interrupted again. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I
okay,
love humanity.
right, and nobody's against you. Nobody's saying you're wrong. This is what I mean. So now, what I was about to say is that men also have to heal from their emotional trauma because a lot of us men was raised by feminist women. Nobody stops to think about the men that's raised with feminist women.
Absolutely.
Do you know how do you
Right.
know how simps are created? Do y'all know how simps are
Right.
created?
I
Okay,
Yep.
totally agree because I see it every day.
man.
And I
So
was
now,
raised by a chauvinistic father. But the thing is,
so,
man, is I made it up in my mind that I will not be like that.
And
I
let,
will not hurt. Go
can I
ahead.
say something, Steve? I'm not trying to cut you off or be rude, but
No, no, go
that
ahead. Go
woman
ahead.
that just came out of the box is the reason why we are having these issues because women feel
Absolutely.
a superiority, and it's
Absolutely.
just it's black and white. Treat people how you want to be treated. All that extra she was
Absolutely.
talking about, that was unnecessary because that's still creating a problem. She
Yeah,
did
it
come in with
is.
an ego. She did come in with an ego. It's okay to be wrong. Like, I'm okay with my man saying I'm wrong. I'm okay as a woman hearing another black man saying, "Hey, you are wrong. You made me feel this way." And
Yeah.
we as black
Yeah.
women have to accept it. Like I just said, my man sit me down all the time and say, "Babe, you were wrong." And
Mhm.
I have to get out of my feelings and
Mhm.
understand I was wrong. I may have not
Yeah.
felt that I was wrong. I may feel like
Right.
what I said was, correct. But I
Yeah.
don't know how he saw that or how he interpreted that. And it all comes down to listening to each other. She didn't even want to
Absolutely.
listen to the host and what he had to say, and he was chiming in with what she was saying. All I'm
Right.
saying is that's part of the problem. We all that extra stuff, like I'm not speaking on that. Like we can go on and on about biblical and women and how this started and who started what, but the fact I'm trying to stay on is the
Mhm.
accountability thing. Like, how do we hold each other accountable? Now you hear these black women on this app day after day after day after day. I'm not gonna be at a black man's throat. I'm sorry. I love y'all too much. I
Man, I
really
love you
do.
too, sis.
I
I ain't
love
gonna lie.
all y'all,
I
and
don't even know you. I don't even know you,
and I
but
do
I
want to
love you,
say
man,
this.
because
I
you
love you, host. Thank you.
yeah.
I love y'all. Like,
Y'all,
I can't hurt y'all.
I do
I
want to
just
say this
can't.
though. I do want to say this. So the reason why I started this, it ain't it. What people don't know is that this really kind of ain't have nothing to do with men. I started this because I watch Danica Marie and all these other sisters who speaks out on the behalf of men and the good men and all that type of stuff like that, and just men mental health and everything. And a lot of low vibrational sisters will call them pygmies. I called my grandma one time because I ain't never heard the name before, and this shit sound like some old shit. So I was like, "Grandma, what is a pygmy?" And she just started laughing, and she broke it down, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So pretty much, pygmies are just women holding other women accountable, but those women who's living in those demon shadows don't like the accountability. So I was like,
Mhm.
"Why don't women hold other women accountable, and why do women, these specific group, get mad when?" Other women do because honestly, as a whole, the low vibrational women is kind of the majority. This is why all y'all brothers who's finding the needle in the haystack is called the needle in the haystack for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
a majority. So we have a majority of low vibrational women who's not only raising the kids, but also contributing to white supremacy in the system, and they keep this shit going. And then
Mhm.
I do see the numbers changing in the melanated men because I heard it in the 90s as a kid what women wanted. We want our men to just, help us out. Ooh, I heard that. So now here I am at 33. I'm seeing that the numbers rising. The melanated man is the most active man inside these kids' life. We outdo the YT man, we outdo the Hispanics, and we outdo everybody. That is documented. So that absent father shit is a myth. We've we,
Yeah.
we we've been doing this and we've been excelling. And I know this
Right.
because when I had my daughter and we out here walking around, I'm the
Yeah.
only father walking around this thing with my child every time faithfully. I'm inside all
Yeah.
these stores, I'm buying things, and then when I go shopping, I see other fathers with their kids, and we be up there talking, hey, you like these shoes? Man, I like these shoes. Hey, you about to get these for
Yeah.
your yeah, we do this, so I'm seeing us out here. So we're rising up as fathers. Okay, that's a checklist. Let's go ahead and check that off. Okay, so now so we're stepping up as fathers. Boom. Women, great mothers. Okay, boom. What's the next thing we got to work out to get this shit accountable? Egos, attitudes, and accountability. Because these are the
Yeah.
three things that people run for because everybody's living a lie because they wear a mask. And I talk about psychology all the time. And people too busy wearing a mask. People want to fit in. Folks want to be Cardi B. People want to be Beyonce, and they neglecting everything in the house. These guys want to be NBA young boy. They want to have switches on the guns. They want to run them up, shoot up, bang bang, and they got kids at the house. They living reckless, and they don't care about the kids. So how can we be actually good parents? I gotta take these check marks back. Boop boop. Man, you gotta take those check backs because how
Right.
can we be good parents if we out here don't even care about the kids at home because we risking our lives, we risking our health. You're talking about STDs. We just out, and I know it, bro. People, the condoms at the store got dust on it, so I know people ain't using them. So you don't even care about your health. You might get out here, catch something, come back home and kiss your kids. Now, come on, like folks is living so reckless out here,
You're right. You're
and
Yeah.
right.
and they not seeing how this social engineering construct is got people at a low vibrational. So
Yeah.
now when we talk about how do we fix all this, we gotta fix everybody's mindset because
Yeah.
everybody's mind is
Yeah.
gone. People then lost their mind out here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every time we take a step forward, we got this specific group of sheep that's causing the world to take another step back after we trying to progress. So we got to deal with these sheep that's inside the community. How we deal with the sheep? You know what I'm saying? If they're not gonna listen, then we gotta lead them to the slaughterhouse to be butchered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Something has to give at this point
Yeah. Yeah.
because we're going in
Yeah.
circles.
And
You
see,
Absolutely.
know, we're going in circles.
and see how you draw people and how you draw one another is through love and kindness.
Right.
Not
Mm-hmm.
saying that I am um, dismissing your feelings as a black woman, because there is some frustrations on both sides. But at the end of the day, if you have enough love in your heart and kindness to hear this person out, then what's wrong with that? That's how it all can stop. I feel like, because there's things that black men, I hear say all the time about how black women treat them, how they do this, and the same thing with black women. We just gotta come together with love and kindness in our heart first. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Yeah.
have enough love in your heart to understand this person's pain. You feel me?
Yeah.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Not come in, like I said, with egos and things like that. I don't really care who started what first. We here now. You feel me? We here
Right.
now.
Yeah.
We
But
here
but
now.
but the thing
Mhm.
is though, sis, you can't. And I know, like, in a sense you like, look, I don't even care. But the thing is that you have to realize that there is a design that has been implemented. And the thing is that if you don't, it's like you could get something, and it's something that you have to put together, right? You get it in Amazon, they deliver it, and you got to put it together. The thing is, they give you an instruction manual. It's going to tell you the systematic way of putting this thing together so that it can be of use to you, because you bought it for a purpose to use it. But the thing is that if we continue in life trying to put things together the way we think it should be, then guess what? We'll never get to where we need to be, because there's a design, there's a manual, there's a way to do things, right? There's a way that seems right to man, but the ending of that is destruction. And that's
Right.
why we're in a place of destruction, because we're trying to pursue life in a way that we perceive that it's the right way to go. My sister, I don't know what she was on, but all this stuff, that ain't the design. You see what I'm saying?
That's not the
And
design.
I'm not gonna talk about her in
Right.
her absence, but I'm like, no, that's not it. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, now somebody was talking about the mother and this and this and that. You know
What I
why?
was
Because a man. Let me tell you, when I was married to my first wife, my mom one day called my ex-wife, picked up the phone. It was on the phone, and my mom was going in on my wife. She was like, she took you away from me, and da 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 da, and I don't like that. And I said, look here. I said, Mom, and I knew my wife was on the phone. I said, look here. I said, Mom, let me tell you something. I love you. You're my mother. I said, but this is my wife. And I said, and what's gonna happen, Mom, is that you gotta respect my wife. You have to respect my marriage and my relationship with her. I ain't had no problems from my mama ever since, man. My ex-wife, man, at the time, she was like, babe, I'm just lost for words because I really felt like, your mom didn't like me, this and that, and everything, but I had to stand up for my marriage. You got to understand, we have to protect the institution of marriage. That's why we going through all of this stuff.
And that's what I was getting at, but she was so triggered when I said something
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
mother-in-law, and all I was
But she's
saying,
immature. She's
right?
immature. You're a mature woman. You are a woman who knows who she is. That young lady don't know who she is.
All I was
She's
saying,
into myth. She's into mythology. You are
right,
into reality. You see what I'm
right,
saying? And you deal with reality. She's trying to deal with reality through the lens of mythology. It
right,
ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying?
right,
Because at the end of the day, we all hurt. We all, we feel
Appreciate it,
pain.
Kim.
We're happy. We're sad. We're this and that. That's the reality of life every day. You see what
right.
I'm saying? And we have to learn how to deal with what life brings our way at any given point. And so therefore we're not intrinsically, just like our first response is like, oh, then I just need to be positive about this situation. No, it's something to be learned. It's a learned behavior. And so
Yeah,
we have to learn
we're
how to
gonna change
manage
the
our
direction
emotions.
though.
You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to manage our emotions.
Yeah,
We
we
got
ain't
to
gonna talk
learn how
about
to,
it though.
you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
What I was saying is that
Appreciate that, Kim. Thank you.
what I was saying was that this woman that was sitting in my chair, she trusted me enough to open up and tell me how she felt about her husband as a black woman. And that's the topic I was on. It just took a left turn, like I said, because I felt like when I said what I was saying, she misunderstood. What I was saying was I had to hold ma'am in my chair accountable. Like, this man don't know you feeling like this. I know you feeling
Right.
like this, but your husband don't know you feeling like his mom is stepping, and now you just let me know that you feeling resentment towards him, not the mom, him.
Hmm.
She heard that and took that out of context. I was saying to that woman in my chair, hey, you need to sit your husband down and talk to him about how you are feeling. Because
Right.
now you're being disrespectful towards his mom and he don't know why. He don't
Right.
know that you feel like she's overstepping overstepping or stepping on your toes. You as a woman speaking to your black man, your husband, your king, you need to let him know because now he's feeling away because you feeling away. He can't read your mind. You have to
Right.
you have to have a level head and sit down with your husband and say, babe, I feel like your mom is doing X, Y, Z, and get that
Hmm.
out for your chest. That's what I do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's me doing my part, speaking to another black woman, and I didn't even know how old this lady was, but I know, she's another black woman. I'm gonna help my sister. You know what I'm saying? It don't do you no justice
Right.
to
Right.
hold that
Exactly.
in and have an out with your husband and he don't know you feeling this way. A lot of black women do that. A lot of women in
Right.
general do that. Will sit around and give this man a silent
Right.
treatment or have an attitude or slam things. Open
Whoa,
up, sis, and
sister,
get your feelings out.
sister, real quick. I want to add on something about the silent treatment too. Uh, People don't know that the silent treatment actually causes more harm mentally
Yes.
than anything else, especially
Hmm.
when the person that you love. So, and it's a form of abuse. So instead of talking
Hmm.
and communicating, you chose mental abuse. which is, and so now this
Right.
man, your energy, and not just a man, but women are good with the silent treatment, so that's why it goes with them better. But your energy speaks. So now this man sitting here like, why is she not talking to me? Why? I wish she would just open up. Just, I don't even give a fuck at this point what it is. Just say something. I just want to hear you at this point. You know what I'm saying? And it does something to him. And
Yeah.
man, psychologists had broke it all the way down how it really is. It's like an acute form of trauma for real, and it's not good. So
Yeah.
I just advise anybody, if you're in a relationship, don't silent treatment, talk, communicate, and plus we always talk about literacy. There's financial literacy, and there's actual literacy, and there's reality with literacy. If you're in a relationship, you have to be literate. What is it? Communication, understanding, and listening.
Right.
All three of those things you need to be in a relationship. So kind of you got to be literate to actually date, But
Hmm.
but you can go ahead. I just wanted to add that on real quick.
Right. And I see a lot of that. And see, I'm just gonna give y'all my like when my significant other, he is like the way he handles things is not particularly the way I do. With him, he's more laid back, he's more chill about things. He kind of thinks before he speaks. And I see a lot of women. He taught me something. Really, I be learning. I learn from my man. Like we as black men and black women have to teach each other how to treat each other. You feel me? A
Hmm.
person, you have to
Hmm.
teach. And
Right.
with him, he's not the type of guy that's gonna speak about it right away, right away, right away. And I can't force him to speak about what I'm feeling right away, right away. And I think a lot of women do that. We just chew y'all heads off and want to get all of what I'm talking about. The women that do express themselves, overly express themselves in
Hmm.
talking circles and say the same thing over and over. That man heard you, whether or not he chooses to act on it or whatever. He heard you. And see, what I used to do is, well, why you don't want to talk about it right now? And he would be like, oh, I need to unpack what I'm going to say to you because I don't want to say the wrong things, but I have something to say about it. And I have to respect it because that's the type of guy he is.
Hmm.
And I used to feel so offended, like, why you don't want to talk about it right now? And he was like, I'm going to talk about it right now, but just let me get some time, to think about what I'm going to say because I don't want to come off as, uh, disrespectful things. I forgot what things he said. Disrespectful, and I don't want to invalidate your feelings. I want to make sure that I
Hmm.
come into this conversation not discrediting what you're saying or your feelings. And I respected
Right.
him so much for that. I really did,
Right.
instead of just wanting to go back and forth and whatever like that, because shoot, I have feelings too, and I respect that.
Hmm.
And he takes time. He'll, even when he gets angry, because I know I get on his nerves, because sometimes I'm a lot. Like, I'm a structured person. I like things in order. And he don't
Hmm.
always fit in that. And he takes time, and sometimes when we get upset with each other, he'll go separate himself, come back, and then he can talk to me with a sound mind. And I
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah.
What's
And
happening,
that's what.
Rocky? What's happening, Rocky? I know you have something to
Peace,
add about this
love, what
conversation.
it do, my spirit brother? What's happening? Like, I really feel like you like
It's
my
really-
spiritual little brother. Like, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. But
Appreciate it.
I like the topic about accountability. You may not know me too well, but this is what I do, right? I love holding my sisters accountable, even if they mad at me. Like, I don't care how you feel, because I'm going to laugh, right? So I'm not the friend that you could come around and want to drop your kids off to go meet another nigga and you got a nigga, right? Like, I'm not that friend. I'm going to be like, girl, take your kids with you. Like, you thought you had a friend. Like, I don't indulge in the sneakiness, the connivingness. I'm not that friend that's gonna be that hoe with you. I'm not that person. So yesterday she came over and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come over there, blowing with you." I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever." Kids over here. Okay, I got one. She got two. She like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'm about to go get a drink with." I was like, "What? You about?" So you're using me as a babysitter? Like I have one child. You didn't call me to ask me how my day was, congratulations on the promotion, none of that. So I have to stop a lot of people at the door because I'm too nice. So I have to be nice nasty or be that quote unquote villain, or whatever it may be. But sometimes coming talking to female sensible is not it. Coming to be like, hey girl, you done messed up. Like, no, I didn't have to cuss a lot of my friends out to make them realize, like, hey, this is why you're husband, this is why you're boyfriend, this is why you can't, this is why you're friends, and they all come back and be like, Rocky, you was right. So I'm the tough love giver when it comes to holding, other
So
women
why is it a
accountable.
problem when
Cause,
men got cuss above a guy,
huh?
man? So why is it a problem when men gotta cuss somebody out
I don't
sometimes?
see the
Is it
problem.
because our voice? Is it
I
because
don't
our
see.
voice deeper or something?
I feel like
If you my best friend, I should be able to cuss you out at least one time in our relationship.
but
I mean,
honestly, how many
I
people
mean,
are
if you cuss
best
me out,
friends
it's
in
cool.
relationships though,
I might
Lowe's?
need
Let's
it.
think about it. How many people are actually in a relationship that are best friends to the point where they can check each other without getting emotional? Because me and my child's
No.
husband been best friends since 15. I don't care who he be with. Now
That,
that's a best friend, right? I'm not
that
worried
is.
about you standing next to me coddling you, me controlling, codependent. No, as long as you're in this world and you loving yourself and doing what you're supposed to do, we cool. We don't have to be locked in because we are spiritually locked in. You know what I'm saying? That's more better locked in to me than physical. You could be across the world, and if I need you, we gon' somehow, some way be in the same area at the same time. You know, um,
Yeah,
and I'm all for
that's
people
true
living their
though.
life. I'm not into kidnapping
But,
people. If a
but
person don't want to be with me, I'm fine with rejection. It's okay. I'm gonna go move around. A lot of people aren't. So
something,
being sound with yourself
that
and
goes.
knowing yourself is important before jumping into any relationship, friendship, business ship, whatever. You have to know yourself, and I'm for that always.
And something, Rocky, Notless said something earlier in the line. It's the reason why I brought up the whole best friend thing too. It's to show people that that whole best friend relationship is getting watered down because for one, when you go on dates, y'all don't even ask each other real questions as you used to. Like when I was on the playground and I'm meeting dude for the first time, and I'm so who your parents is, big dog. So where y'all stay? I'm
Yeah.
asking thorough questions, but but let's be real. Most of us is, 30s, late 20s and stuff. How many dates have y'all been on with somebody that asks you, what's your favorite color? What do you love to eat? Man, that shit gets like a script that I know is coming. When I'm driving to the date, I'm like, I know she gonna ask me about my favorite color. I'm gonna tell her green. She gonna ask the favorite food. Like it's so ran down. But let's ask some real questions like, how was your life growing up? Actually, what section of the area did you grow up in? Like, how was your parents' relationship? How you and your siblings get along? Like, are you a good friend, bad friend? You enable? Like, who are you? Take the mask off, cause my
But
mask is off
my
right here, cause
favorite
I gotta
question,
know you.
Los, that runs a lot of people off, and this just deads anything. If for me wasting my time and you wasting yours, I'll ask a person, since I don't know you, I don't, in my mind, I don't know nothing about you. What is your purpose?
Yeah, that's good right there.
Mm.
That's good.
You feel me? Like, hey, and if
Absolutely.
a person get mad, which most men do, they'll be like, "Oh, I told you was my piece," and no. I asked you, what was your
What's your
purpose? Like,
purpose?
if your purpose is to be my friend, if your purpose is to just be around, chill, cool, just try to figure it out, be real. What is your purpose, right? Because I've heard a lot of men be like, I don't want no relationship, da 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 da. That's not telling a woman your purpose around her. That's just
Right.
telling her you
Right.
don't want a relationship. So
Well,
Right.
you
tell her
what?
what your purpose is. That's women too. Don't just say, "Oh, you fine," and and I ain't never had no good man. Well, is your purpose to be around him to learn what a good man is? Learn your purpose.
Right.
Learn your counterpart. We don't want to do
Right.
the educational portion. You
Yeah.
feel
True.
me? So
Yeah.
yeah, I ask him, what is your intent? Like, is your intent to just hump on me? Like, you just think I'm sexy, soft? What is your intent? Let me know so I can go ahead and vet this shit. I can make a choice if I
I
want to
told
continue
y'all.
or not.
Hey,
Right.
I told y'all on my last live. I told y'all on my last live. For now on, my future dates, when I go on first dates, I'm bringing my book. and I'm gonna ask you to read a page out this thing, and we're gonna discuss what you read. I wanna see something real quick. You know
Say
what I'm
that, love.
saying? You know, it's called the miseducation of the Negro. So if you run from this book, I
From you.
know mentally we ain't there.
Right. But
So
when I was in college, there's this thing in the psychology of personality or human development, and it was called generavity versus stagnation, right? And so the whole
mhm.
concept of this theory is that those that are stagnant in life are ones who only see themselves. They only see life in the perspective of themselves, right? And that's why a lot of other cultures are more solid, are more stable societies, such as Indians, Hispanics, all of them, because they have what they call a collective culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not just gonna focus on one of us making it. We're gonna focus on all of us making it. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? And so with that
Organized.
with that generavity versus stagnation, you know, I can go through life thinking that life is about me, but I will never multiply, right? Or even leave a legacy until I get to the place of generavity, because now I'm thinking beyond myself. You see, the thing is that the reason why, and I like what my sister said, what's your purpose? Not but you know what, I'm gonna take it a little
Mhm.
further. Not just what your purpose is for me. What is your purpose in life, period?
Exactly. Listen, bro.
What's your life?
Hey,
Because
I done
see, my
heard.
thing is that
I done,
when one has a perspective, a confident perspective as to what their purpose in life is, guess what? You could tell a lot about them. You
Now,
could see where you will
yeah.
fit
I
into that
don't know.
equation.
I'm just here. Bro, I'm running
Right.
from you. If she say, oh, I
Exactly.
don't know, I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm running from you.
Look,
You can't be my homegirl
yeah,
talking like that. I don't
absolutely.
want no men nor women in my world. I don't care what gender you are. It's your
Absolutely.
spirit.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
ugh.
Yeah. Because,
And people, and,
where
and
there
like my
is no
friends,
vision, right? Where there
and
is no vision, the
like,
people perish. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
If you have no vision, you don't know where you're going. So guess what? I'm just going to live the day to day, and I'm going to live a stagnant life. But when I get to a place where I gain vision, then guess what? I'm in a place of empowerment. I'm not only going to empower myself, but I'm going to make sure that I empower someone else. You see what I'm saying? There's plenty of people who are career oriented people that go through the ranks of corporate and all of that, only to get to a place of emptiness because it was always about them, and now they want to be the humanitarians. Now they want to give back.
But brother, you have to know the process of self before you can jump into any other process. If you don't know the ongoing process of self, how can you worry about a corporation or a company or the next person or your neighbor? Like that's even if
Right,
I do go get a job, I know my purpose. I'm working this job for 5 to 6 months or to get at least $5,000 and I'm moving on because I have a purpose. I'm not staying in this. This
right,
is not running my
exactly,
world. So you have to learn
right,
how to utilize the tools around you, right? Versus letting them tools run you like you the machine. You're not the
right.
machine.
Right, and that's
Right.
why accountability extends way beyond just individuals, because now we have to hold accountable the generations. We have to hold accountable each other. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise, we will leave the constructs that are being formulated day after day after day, thinking that's what life is all about.
you said it.
You see what I'm saying?
So you said it. The real purpose of this live is to show everybody, just like history is all connected, and I showed y'all COINTELPRO is all connected. Women's accountability is very important because it all is connected. We cannot hold everybody else in the world accountable and just not the little girls. And I'm saying this for the fathers. Fathers, listen up. I'm a father of a beautiful young daughter. And when she fucks up, I be like, I'm gonna whoop your little ass. And then she come to me with them eyes and I just sit there and coddle her. But I have to stop that because that's not how the world works. And that's how you create the women that don't like to create accountability, because there are women who did have their fathers in their life, but their fathers were so soft. And I've seen it with my daddy. My sisters messed up, no ass whooping for real. When I messed up though,
Can I
he
tell
whooped
you
my ass from
something?
here to Timbuktu. And I'm
Lois,
like,
my
damn.
daddy was the type that'll hang up on me if I start crying. Okay, so let me flip you to the other side. I'll call my daddy. I can't understand nothing you saying. When you get your shit together, go blow your nose, go wipe your tears, and call me back when you can talk. I had that type of father. So accountability
Yeah,
was taught at a young.
it is.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And that taught me
Yeah.
men, right? That just let me know men in general don't want to hear that shit. So I took that with me for dear life. And it taught me a good lesson. I'm still a female. I still, we still do that, but I learned like,
Yeah.
okay, I stop it before it get too far. I suck it up,
Yeah.
because all you can do is just learn and move on. It wasn't that my father didn't like me. It wasn't that he didn't love me. It's like, yo, this is the beginning. Oh, you think this
And I
is
had to
something?
explain that to her. I had to explain that to her. And this just happened over the weekend when I caught myself doing it. And the next time she did it, she thought I was just ignoring her. And I told her, I was like, Isis, come here, I'm not ignoring you. I know you're not going to understand. I'm going to have to say this again, but I'm just teaching you that that's not how the world works. You messed up and you have to deal with the punishment that I just gave you. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold yourself accountable for what
Princesses
you
get
just did
punished
inside
too.
the
Princesses get punished too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta
living.
let them know, like, hey, look. I didn't grow up. I grew up with nothing but women, but they didn't even coddle me. You feel me? So it was all not, I don't want to say survival skills, but they kept you in that mode to be observant, pay attention, and control your emotions. Don't get
Right.
too emotional because you may miss something by getting
Right.
emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may
Right.
miss an opportunity for greatness due to your emotions. Emotions can be a dangerous thing in men and women. I hate when they say, "Oh, when a man get emotional, it's dangerous." No, bitch. When a female get emotional, it's way more dangerous. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to
Yeah.
put no volume on it, but emotions are dangerous
Um,
in both genders. You have to be
and
more
that's why I'm so
logical.
glad.
Oh goodness.
That's why I'm so glad that women. That's why I'm so glad women did not adopt the gun culture that plagues our men right now. Because if y'all would have been the ones that adopted that gun culture, shit,
Yeah, man.
the whole block would have been it been switches a long time ago.
But you know what?
Yeah.
It's not even that.
But
We've been
no,
adopted that culture. That was our culture. They
yeah,
took us from that culture.
yeah,
Like I keep telling y'all, my auntie is 75 years old, and her daddy made her first holster at 15 for her
yeah,
gun. So it's been our culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah.
not. It's just the demonizing of the culture. That's how I'm gonna keep putting it. Ain't nothing
Yeah, I know. I
bad
just went
about it.
around. Yeah, my big mama kept two 22s in her bra. She was 6'9". She kept two deuces in her bra. So I most definitely that was our big mama, and her husband was 5'5". You know what I'm saying? And he had that short man syndrome, but he still
Now,
tried to tussle.
not 5'5", but they was the ones you didn't want to play with though. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, you Uncle Johnny 5'5", but he'd cut your ankles. Don't play with him.
Yeah. So, and I'm just saying, and then just until we get the fathers fully back into the household, which is probably going to take a few generations, but if we can start with what is inside of the household right now, because if a lot of, the sheep single mothers, if they would have a little bit more accountability inside their household amongst themselves, they would have their kids would have accountability. Because a lot of these kids that's running around thinking that they shit don't stink, and it's because they parents don't. Because shit, I done seen both kids and their mom inside the same club before, and I'm sitting here like this is when my club days end. When I see shit like that, it's time for me to get up out the club. I done seen grandmama kids
Yeah, who
and
did you
for real. it's time for me to start going to the clubs when I see
Like,
that.
wait, that's your
But
mama? My mama would never. Let me get up out of here and go talk to my mama on the phone right quick. Mama, what you cooking? Matter, I'm about to be. I done changed my whole. I don't even want to go outside. It's ghetto. I'm like, what the fuck?
man, like our big
Mm-mm.
mamas in the community, our big mamas is in the club now. They ain't at home no more. They in the club running the streets, right along with the kids running the streets. So when they took the big mamas away, that really kind of like dismantled a lot of things, and
Well,
the big daddies,
well,
grandpapa in the back that you really seen.
I feel like a lot of them have died off in the generation up under them. Like, that's the generation that should be teaching those values. And I feel like if you in the club with your daughter bouncing the sexy red, you really ain't teaching. You really ain't teaching much. You feel me? Like, and that's a sad reality we live in. Reasons why we are where we are today, and I feel like it's only it's few and far between of that culture still alive, and that's the problem right there. That generation is being erased, and that's what's sad.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
real quick, can you pull that book
Yeah.
back up so I can screenshot it?
The-
Because I like to read black
Reds
literature.
wasn't a
So
problem back in the day in Big Mama times too, because that's pretty much why she had him. Because Betty was over there looking at her husband, or somebody was at the after hour juke joint doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing. Like, I done heard plenty of stories of my grandmama having to go get one of her husbands about the juke joint with a gun, straight walk. My mama walked my daddy down the street with her pistol, pregnant with me. So I'm just saying, we not gonna act like Sexy Reds ain't been a problem.
yeah, they've been a
Yeah.
problem.
they
They've been
always
a
been a
problem.
They've
problem.
always
But
been a
but the
problem. It's
thing
just a different
is
era
though.
of them. So,
But the thing is, like my sister was talking about how she honors her man, and a lot
I
of
really
women look at
do.
that as a sign of weakness. That's not weakness. That is a strong woman. What's weak
I feel,
is for one is women that don't want to be accountable. What's weak is
hmm
men that don't want to be accountable.
of course.
It's
That's
nothing
why I'm
wrong
a
with
Zimmer
fighting.
boy.
It's nothing wrong with fighting for what belongs to you.
Hmm
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
we'll fight over possessions if somebody tries to take our possessions. However, but then that's a sign of strength to most people. But the thing is that if I fight for my relationship, then that's a
You're
sign of
too
weakness.
controlling in 2023.
Right,
If
exactly.
you're a man, if you're a man that fights for your relationship in 2023, you are controlling and
Yeah.
obsessive.
Right.
Or I've been seeing if you're a man that's standing up for your woman and you do nice things for her and you're understanding, they call them simps. That's just sticks me. It just don't make sense to me.
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean it's crazy though.
Yeah, it
So
is.
my thing is that there like when I alluded, when I gave the illustration of what a man what's a woman's greatest need, what a man's greatest need, we said that a woman's greatest need is love, a man's greatest need is respect. So the thing is that it's how I interpret. So when a woman respects me, guess what? I interpret that as a man as love. When a man loves a woman, she interprets that love along with the respect. So
Hmm
you know what I'm saying? It's what we call the reciprocity. That's the
And
reciprocation of relationship and intimacy. See, that's the thing, because a lot of people are not achieving a place of intimacy. Sister, the way you rock with your man, I know that y'all have intimacy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know for a fact that it's not about your body. I know it's not about anything that's, you know what I'm saying, because he has matured to the things. And so now we don't have transparency with one another. Guess what we have? We have vulnerability with one another.
Yes.
Now I'm opening up to a whole nother place. I'm letting you in the inside of my parts. I'm not just telling you what I want you to hear, because see, a lot of people sit down and ask questions, and I can tell you what you want to hear, but I'm not going to tell you what you need to know. You see what I'm
And,
saying?
And you know what,
And
Steve?
yes, ma'am.
Just to piggyback off what you're saying about the intimacy part and the vulnerability.
Yeah.
I, as a woman, like I said, I love to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think I know everything, and I feel like everybody, we learn every day.
Right.
And I asked him, like, I be wanting to know the male perspective, like, cause I have my brother. My brother, he really don't talk much. You know, he's one of those. He mind his business. If it ain't got nothing to do with him, he don't really open up like that. But I asked my man, I was like, so why a lot of men don't open up and say what they have to say? And he was like, he took time out. He was like, cause we're not heard. That's why he said, have you ever
Yeah.
noticed when I'm around my aunts, and cause his on his side, his mom doesn't have brothers. She has nothing but sisters. And when it's a
Right.
lot of women, a lot of female cousins and things like that. And he said, I just be quiet because we're not allowed to speak. And then if we do open our mouth, we're not heard. And I feel like
Right.
if he feels this way, a lot of men feel that way. And I feel like he let me know how much he respected the fact that I allow him to speak. I don't cut him
Right.
off. I
Right.
don't say, oh no, you're not right. Oh no, that's not happening. Oh no, that
Right.
you don't feel that way. I don't do that. I want to know what you're feeling. I want to know what you're thinking,
Right.
what's on your mind, all of that. And a lot of men
Yeah.
are not comfortable enough to let that out because they feel like they're not being heard. And that right there is
True.
whack to me.
Yeah.
So
And yeah. And so and also it has to be counted as a privilege
yeah.
to you for him to even go to that place because you know men you know men have always been taught that to express your feelings and emotions and all of that is a sign of weakness, right? We've been, when we were little, dad used to tell you, boy, stop that crying, you a boy, stop you all that one, and all this kind of stuff, be a man. Well,
Put some
my
spit
thing
on
is, yeah, but the thing is that a man is emotional also.
Yes.
He is.
Very, very emotional and feel things too.
Right.
I
And
have
when
to teach that to my boys.
right, and when he feels safe. See, that's the thing. A man
Mm-hmm.
has to feel safe. And that's why there's a lot of issues going on in relationships, especially in the black community, is
Mm-hmm.
because there is no safety in the relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
A woman, you know, a woman could go to her hairdresser, sit down and feel safe talking to her hairdresser, but she don't feel safe talking to her man.
Right. That's what I was getting at before, like earlier. And I
A
was like,
brother will go to the barber
yeah.
shop, sit down with his barber, and be like, "Look, man, this is what's going on," but he don't feel safe talking to his woman.
And you
Why?
know what, Steve? I get that some conversations that men have amongst men are just men talk. I get that.
Right.
But I feel like this. If I have a problem with what my man doing, why would
Yeah.
I go and tell my friend girl? I need to tell that person who I have the problem with so they can fix it. But
Right.
if I don't feel safe or if I don't feel that I'm gonna be heard, I'm
Right.
not. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
me, I'm gonna get it off my chest. I don't like to hold
Right.
on to things.
And just like your man does, how he
Yeah.
has to think about how he's going to approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? He
And I feel
scripts
like
it. He made. We got
he
to do this. He's got to do the same thing.
yes, and I feel like he does that because, and I asked him why he even does that. He was like, because, you know, I don't want. I guess he has dealt with women that
Mhm.
this discounted what he was saying or discredited what he
Right.
was saying. I was like, nah, babe, go ahead and freely. I might not like it, but I want to hear it. You know, I want to
Yeah.
hear what you got to
Yeah.
say. You
Right.
know, I might not
Right.
agree. I might not
Mhm.
agree. I might not see it the way you see it, but you still have a
Mhm.
right to speak your mind, and I'm not gonna do
Absolutely.
that. And I could tell
Yeah.
that he has been hurt in that area
Right.
because of his communication with me. But I do respect the fact that he takes time out to think about what he's saying before he
Right.
say it.
Right.
I
Mm.
respect him so much for that.
And he don't want
Which
to
is
hurt you.
kind of
Yes,
He don't want
which
to
is kind
hurt
of a
you
reason
because words
why
have power.
yeah,
And you can't say
I
you could beat
understand.
me till I'm black and blue and I will heal and all that'll go away. But man, it's something about words that never go away sometimes. You know, there's a lot of people that are in, you know, that are in bondage, we should say, because of words.
Right.
Yeah,
Till this
man.
day.
What's
I'm
crazy?
talking about 30, 40, 50 years
Yeah.
later because
Look,
of
look at here.
words.
Look at here. I'm a person that's not photographic memory, but the doctor said something when I was young. I just damn near like awesome memory. So of words. So
Yeah.
when people say shit to me, I literally don't forget it, even if I wanted to.
Me
It's that
neither.
shit's
I'm
there.
just like that.
Never goes
So
away, bro.
like,
Yeah.
even
That's
if
why
I
we,
wanted
yeah.
to, I can't. But what I was about to say though, it's crazy too that a lot of women who be in relationships though, which it was funny because it started as a Facebook post and I laughed, but then it got me thinking it was a Facebook post. It was like, why don't women intuition pick up when a man is unhappy, but only when they're cheating? And I was like, that's crazy, because a man is normally unhappy before he even go down that route. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
When you start
Hmm.
thinking, that's because they're
Yeah.
not paying attention. Because men, if you pay attention to a man in your household, he shows signs that he's depressed and sad. Shit, you can just listen to the music he listened to in the bathroom by
Yeah.
himself. Do you know how
Yeah.
many times a man cried inside your household and y'all don't see it? He wait till you go
Yeah.
to work and some other stuff, and we let it out real quick. You come back, we on the game or something, like ain't nothing never happened. Like, if women
Yeah.
only knew the type of shit they're going inside the household when they gone, that men
Is
go through,
it
Yeah.
and I
is
know
it
because
fair to say
I
I'm
went through it
36
and
and I
I
never had a man in my household? Like, I grew up with nine. See, I grew up differently. I grew up with nine men, right? So I got taught the game versus having to go fuck around and find out the game. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of treaded lightly when it came to relationships, seeing how my era and the generation was becoming more complex with these situations, right? Seeing that we have a little bit more trauma than we do love for each other, right? So I just kind of tread lightly and just showed people and men, especially men. I'm a nurturer, most definitely most women are, but they don't know how to just accept it and just be that. They have to have a partner. I feel like women should have a partner, right? But if you don't have that experience of naturally catering to men of goodness, of righteousness, who you see of good faith walking in your path, how are you going to know how to treat your man? Is my
Hmm.
thing.
Right.
So it's a more spiritual bonding with men in general on that level. If I can sit there and talk to a man as my friend, I can most definitely sit there and talk to my husband. I can get through my husband. You know what I'm saying? I know the what to do's and what not to do's. I can feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? When he needs space, hey baby, if you want to talk about it later, just let me know. You know what
Right.
I'm
Right,
saying? All that
Right.
just
Yeah.
being open and not being forceful. You
right.
know what I'm
You are
saying?
so right.
Right.
You are so
So
And
right.
so just
right.
learning on the different side, like I tell people, I was raised in a wolf pack. Like I'm probably the only girl around a bunch of wolves. I'm just, but then my wolf comes out and men get scared of it. Like, damn, how do she know? Like, oh, this is fake energy. You're fake. I'm like, no, it's pretty much real. So a lot of men my age don't know how to take me, right? So this is why I just continue to give love until one comes that is understanding of me as I am of him. So I don't have no discrepancies. There is no fight. There is no back and forth. There is no who is the leader. It's no tussle. So knowing me, that's why you got to know yourself. I just choose not to put myself in certain situations. But it most definitely helps, just observing men and communicating and just talking to them and asking them random questions. They like that. The
Yeah.
men just love to be explorers, adventurers. They love to dig in shit. My dad loved when I get to talking. He'd be like, "Okay, what you find?" Because he know I'ma go dig. So it's
Yeah,
just all about learning your counterpart in a whole different manner versus just a relationship or a sexual partner. Or you
Right.
can learn so much from different people,
Right.
not on a
Right.
sexual level. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have to
yeah.
be in low space every fucking day. Like, oh, Los, you sexy. Da da da. No, I could just go to his live and learn some shit and just log off. You know what
And
I'm
you
saying?
know
Be
something,
just there.
and I
That
will
shit
say
is
this
weird.
too. I will say this, and it's funny. Like me, I guess I was one of those people that had to grow into their looks, as society would say. So I never really got compliments like that growing up until I grew into my looks. Now people would give me compliments. I used to smile and cheese. I'm like, yeah. But now it's like, do you like me for me, or just because my face look good in your face? You know, like you looking at me and you just don't get captivated by
Problem.
the charm of you
And that's a
listening to me.
problem. That's a
And you
problem.
know, and I've been in relationships where folks really wasn't listening, and I'm sitting here saying it, but they just like, and I'm like, the fuck, do I be like this sometimes when I look at a fine girl, like not listening to her and shit? Like this shit is crazy, but that lets me know how deep on the like surface physical level that a lot of people is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
come on, man, shit, things is deeper than this, dog. Like
yeah,
we can get deeper than this. It ain't even like the beauty standard is a social construct. You only think I look good because I probably look like one of your favorite rappers or some shit that you done seen on TV because
yeah,
we play the same team type. Like it ain't really that. And Tupac said it the best. He said a year later, before I got famous, I was in the club. Ain't nobody paid me attention. I was too skinny. I was too something. Now a year later, it's like ah, and he was like, it ain't even me. It's people can make themselves want you type of ordeal. In which it does like this psychology thing. Like when I start digging into psychology, it really started helping me like weed out people who kind of like you and or is shallow or is it deep. So I start asking people real questions when I go on first dates, just like what's your purpose, where you see yourself 5 years, and really get people to think. You know how many people ran from me just because I challenged they thought? They're like, oh hell no, everything's deep for
yeah,
him. He's
And
just a
that
creep.
means they ain't
Because
yeah,
want
they're
no.
only
yeah,
here for a
Yeah.
physical level. They're
Yeah, they
only
ain't want
attracted to
nothing.
you
yeah,
on a physical level, and that's what
Yeah.
I don't like. And it's like a
Yeah.
lot of people can get so much further in life if you look past looks. Like I follow a whole bunch of unattractive people to me that got some dope ass minds and dope ass ideas. You know what I'm saying? It's not I just don't like that. And that's what the standard has come to in our era. You know, just like we in
yeah,
high school, who look better? I don't give a fuck if this one, I don't care. Like, I'm not following him because
yeah,
he looks good to you. Like, he just said some cool shit and I can relate and I can conversate in dialect on it. You know what I'm saying? So if I can do something you can't do, but you're fantasized on the looks and you're wondering, like, how does Rocky get so how did she do this? But you're not really paying attention because you're stuck on the physical when I'm just having a conversation.
You know what,
right,
Rocky?
right,
They used to irritate me a lot because I get a lot of male attention, and it really irritated me because they would try to treat me as you remember they used to say back in the day, pretty girls are dumb. And so they would get their feelings hurt because they like, yeah, you fine, you this, you this, you that. But then when I start speaking like I got a mind, like I truly do, it offended them. So, and I knew that like, yeah, we ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That
All
yeah,
ain't
you
gonna
gotta
work
do
for
is
yeah,
look at
me.
somebody's pupils, and once they start to
Yeah,
change, you didn't change their whole mind frame. I'm telling you, I done been doing this for years. Okay, I'm
yes,
yeah,
you are
36.
so
I'm
right.
still young to most, but doing this as a kid, just fucking with people head based off the questions you ask and watching their whole being just change. I live for it. You know what I'm
Yes,
yeah,
saying? I live for it. Try me, please.
yeah,
I'm the one. I love it.
Because
You
they
got man,
definitely don't think that
you got
you
to
can
weed it
look
out.
good and actually have brains in this generation, but you'll blow their mind when you start asking the right questions.
right. And they run away.
true that, true that.
They
But
run straight
also,
away. Oh,
but but also, I think it also goes back to this. You would attract what you put out there. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think that there has to be a certain level of, I mean, come on. My wife, I want my wife to look sexy, but I want her to look sexy for me. You feel me?
But
And
doing
so the
nothing
thing is
attraction
that,
either. That's I feel like that's overrated in a sense because a thirsty person is a thirsty person. A person doesn't
right,
need the baddest or some men aren't even going to approach the baddest. And I've realized that too. The men, the women
yeah,
that people think are just out there, most men aren't even going to approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of like over, thought of. It's really almost not real, but it is. You're gonna get what you
Right.
attract, but it depends on how it is. Because if she's Farrah Fawcett out here doing this and that, she's gonna get a different type of attraction. If she's Lakeisha from the hood and she got a bathing suit on with the same, but not same demeanor, she's gonna get a particular attraction. So
Right.
it really doesn't matter, right? The energy you carry is the energy you carry, and that's what you're going to attract no matter what you got on, right? Because I'm
Right.
not a
But then that's
provocative type
also
person, but I can
right.
guarantee you it's so many men out here that approach me as if I was out here bucket naked. So,
Yeah.
it's it don't have nothing to do with the clothes it just, I don't know, it's the energy you carry to me.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because and I think a lot of women think that that's what men want, but I'm telling you, a real man. Let me tell you something. A real man wants a purpose partner. At the end of the day,
Yep.
little boys are out there looking for what Little boys are out there trying to find what they can hit, but a real man is concerned about who can I walk into this future with, right? And if anything were to happen to me, will she take care of me?
Right. Yes.
You feel me? That's what I'm. Look here, I'm 48 years old. I've been married once for almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I know everything, but what I do know is, man, at the end of the day, let me tell you what matters to me the most, and let me tell you how I knew that my wife now is my wife because she had purpose. You see what I'm saying? It was purpose, and I said, man, look here, I could walk with this woman in purpose. You know what I'm saying? Now, my first marriage may have been predicated upon other things. My ex-wife was a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? But and we had two beautiful children together. Maybe we have outgrown each other. I don't think so. She was the one that asked for a divorce. I didn't. She wanted to, to do her thing, and all I had to do was love her enough to love her, but then also love her enough to let her go if she wanted out. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I did what I had to do to try to hold on to the marriage, to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't want it. She did not want it, you know? And the thing is, man, as I'm telling you, as soon as that relationship was over, you know, man, look here. I started a business. My wife now, we got 3 properties that we own and manage. And I'm not trying to glory into material things or things like that, but what I am saying is that it goes back to the accountability, it goes back to the empowering one another. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is that a man at the end of the day is not looking for the big butt and the smile if he's a real man. He's looking for somebody he could go into the future with. That's what he's looking for.
Oh, and and me personally, I know that that's what I've always looked for because I came from an old family. Like my daddy was damn near 40 when he had me. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. And one thing I've always and they all was married. All the men in my family was married. But one thing I noticed, they died alone. And I seen every one of them pass away from my uncles, my dad, granddaddy. They all died alone. The women that they married, they wasn't there. They was there when everything was good, for the ride and woo woo. But my dad had dementia. He started losing his memory. He couldn't take care of himself. My granddaddy, he had a stroke. His wife bounced on him. You know what I'm saying? And I started seeing it. I was like, damn, bro. I don't want that. But I do know what I resist will persist. So if I resist that, it will happen. But I do accept that this is an option and it can happen. And if it does happen, I have to be okay with it. But at the same time, I'm putting a whole different energy out there because I see my grandmama on the other hand and her husband. They growing old together. They want to be, they got their grade plots next to each other, all cute and shit. And I seen they ups and downs. Now, that was my Disney story, and it didn't come with no glass slipper. It came with a bunch of "leave me alone, Mary, Leah, Mitchell, don't say nothing to me," and they shut the door. And then 2 days later, they, you hungry, baby, and all that type of shit, like ain't nothing happened. I was like, yeah, that's what I want right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I learned, that best friends, just like y'all said, a lot of these people ain't best friends. They just getting together, knocking boots, and making kids. You know what I'm saying? But that was a best friend because they known each other since they was like 14, 15, and all that type of stuff. So, it's like, and when it's your best friend, you have that unconditional love to where y'all will argue as friends, but y'all will also forgive and love each other and come back as you would do your friend. Because a lot of us got homeboys and homegirls who done did some slide shit to us before in our life. We be like, look, bro, I ain't appreciate how you did that. Some of us guys, we met some of our best friends because we done fist fought them first, and then after the fist fight, it was like, bro, I don't even know why we was fighting, bro. You cool, you know. And we
Yeah.
still lock it still to this day. But
Yeah.
that's what it is, that unconditional love that's missing from the community and from the households because nobody's taking a chance to actually be friends. And that's one thing our ancestors was. They was friends. They married their friends. And they was
Yeah.
adamant about that when they were teaching us that. Big Mama said that.
Right.
Marry your friend. But
Yeah.
in this generation, they put their friend in the friend zone and still be chasing future when the good man is right there. You just friends on them. So that's why I say a lot of women have met the good man. He just in the friend zone chilling. And then when he go get married, then and you old, like, damn,
But can I say
I
something
had
right quick, and then I'm gonna let baby at the bottom talk. So like I said, like me and my child's father, we went to Crenshaw together, right? I'm from South Central, y'all. So it was more of a protective thing, like a best friend thing. He was a whole gangbanger, straight up bloody, you know what I'm saying, banging, right? But I was that girl who went to private school because remember I told you I only stayed in institution for 2 years and I went straight to college. So he protected the shit out of me. He didn't force me to have sex. He taught me, treated me like a woman, and I seen him treat hoes like hoes. You know what I'm saying? Dude, anything egregious, but it wasn't done to me. You know what I'm saying? He treated people as such, so that protection was there. We wasn't bounded to go get married. We was like, hey, if you ain't got no kids by the time you 25, I ain't got none of them, we just gonna have a child. We were 28. I was in a whole nother state. He was in jail. We both get back to LA. Somehow, some way we connected back and boom, had a child. Still ended up going our separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Still cool. Still don't have a problem. Still need anything, family there, all of that. So people, once again, that whole friend thing, people do not know what a friend is. Somebody that's there for you, protecting you, always gonna look out, and not on a sexual level. The sex is gonna happen. You have a vagina, he has a penis. It can happen. But can you avoid that? Are you strong enough to see the bigger picture outside of sex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the blanket of
I'm
sexual
trying
acts
to
has been
do
placed upon us. We didn't have Cinemax. We didn't have, we didn't have everything you can think of. But can people
yeah,
avoid that?
yeah,
Like,
we
can you
went
push that to the side to see something more healthier?
Man, it's
Like,
about people gotta have self control also though. It's personal when it
that's my
comes to
whole
that. It's a
point.
choice.
That's
Yeah.
my whole point. Yep. But I'm gonna drop lows. I
Yeah.
love you. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. I'll be back later.
All
appreciate
right,
you too,
LA. Take
man.
it easy.
All right.
I might get ready to wrap it up too, y'all. I gotta get ready to clock in here in a minute. But I appreciate y'all for
All right,
coming up.
man.
I love all y'all answers. Y'all always welcome when y'all see me up here. And y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Thank you.
You too.
All right, man. Bless you, bro.
Bless y'all too.
All right, man.
All right. So, yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed the live today. Hope it was some gems. I hope we kind of made a little progression on the thought. Tomorrow will be the accountability of the fellas. Told y'all I ain't biased on my live. So I got y'all tomorrow. And on Wednesday, we just gonna link both of them together and tackle this shit as a community for us spiritual folks and for those who's tuning in, because all of this matters. You know, we can't just worry about the history aspect and that the psychological aspect and vice versa. You know, it all happened at once. The destruction and the ethnocide of the Mississippian culture, it all happened. So if we're talking about coming back even stronger and before, then this is what we got to do. And just because we are woker than the sheep, do not get shit twisted. We still got a long way to go too. We ain't got all the answers. We still trying to, you know what I'm saying? So all of this is beneficial. And, you know, I hope everybody enjoy it. We're going to start trying to incorporate more other topics outside of history and MK Ultra and all that type of stuff into the community world of the atmosphere. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Vibrate high, peace, prosperity, abundance, gratefulness, gratitude, and appreciativeness. Practice serenity. Control what you can control. Let go of what you can't control, and add the wisdom to know the difference so you can balance out all karma in your past life, present life, and your future life, because they all are connected simultaneously. Don't shelter your kids. Teach your kids what you didn't know, because they have their own matrix they got to maneuver through as well too. You know what I'm saying? And move through life with unconditional love. Don't be nice, because the etymology of nice means foolish, but move with unconditional love and use discernment. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thanks for the gifts and everything.